Wahpeton Huskies football is on the air tonight from Frank Verton Field. It's the Wahpeton Huskies taking on the Grand Forks Central Knights. Tonight's game is brought to you by the Wilkin Drink and Eatery, Minn Kota Ag Products, Hike Camp Construction, Carlson Family Insurance, Miller Realty, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Twin Town Villa, CHI St. Francis, Quality Toyota, Builders First Source, Otter Tail Power Company, Essentia Health, Titan Machinery, Hornstein Family Chiropractic, Bayer Insurance Agency, and Kraus Brothers Construction. Now, here's KBMW's Andrew Zimmel.
Hello and welcome to some fun Friday night action on the I3G Sports Network on KBMW. Thanks for joining us for Friday Night Football. I'm Andrew Zimmel, and tonight we are coming to you live from Wahpeton for this matchup between the Huskies, who are trying to get their mojo back, and the Grand Forks Central Knights, a team that's trying to climb back into the playoff picture. Our pregame show sponsors the Wilkin Drink and Eatery, a tradition of good taste and company. Later in the pregame show, we'll have our Sanford Health Injury Report, Here for All, Here for Good, and our Otter Tail Power Company on for Conservation Power Poll Rankings, followed up by our Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley starting lineups. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, providing superior quality products and services while generating a positive return for their patrons. Last week, Wahpeton had a tough time against the Valley City Highliners, something that they'll want to correct tonight against the Knights. Wahpeton's only score came on a big return by sophomore returner Trade Malk. Tonight, the offense will have to come out swinging because Grand Forks' defense, they've held their last two opponents under to 20 points. Senior quarterback Bo Arnstein has done a lot of damage with his legs this season, but he'll want to use his arm a little bit more tonight, not only to protect himself as the playoffs loom, but also to get all-state wide receiver Caden Kappas into the game. Had pedestrian numbers these past couple of weeks. Tonight will be a good time as any to open up the playbook and get Malk and Kappas both cooking at the same time. And you know what they say, too many cooks in the kitchen, but with Wahpeton, you want as many chefs in there as possible to hopefully create a souffle, a souffle of flavor on offense. The Knights are 2-4, but don't let their record fool you. This team that put up a fight all season with some of the best. With a roster full of experience, the Knights know that a loss tonight, their destiny might be sealed and they could miss the playoffs. Right now, they are tied with Devil's Lake for that 8th spot. We're looking at Dylan Lambert to have a big night. Last week, the Knights beat West Fargo Horace 49-14. And Lamont had over 160 yards passing with 2 TDs. Wahpeton secondary needs to be on alert tonight as the Knights come into town. We come back, more of the Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show on KBMW, your home for Twin Town Athletics.
It's time to huddle up when you're hungry. The perfect pre- or post-game destination is the Wilkin. Friends, families, and sports fans have been showing up at the Wilkin for decades to celebrate their favorite teams. Celebrate with delicious food and their favorite beverage. Best place around to watch the Bison, too. So for all of you local sports fans and fans of good flavor, head to the Wilkin and celebrate the Cowboys, Cowgirls, Huskies, and Wildcats. The legendary Wilkin, a tradition of good taste and company since 1894.
Minn Kota Ag Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Kent, Barney, Windermere, Wahpeton, or Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Kraus Brothers Construction is a diversified construction aggregate materials, heavy equipment, and trucking company, serving the Red River Valley with locations in Wahpeton, Hankinson, Veblen, South Dakota, and Rolog, Minnesota. Give them a call today at 701-642-4488. Kraus Brothers Construction prides themselves in offering and producing outstanding service and superior products to their customers. Give Kraus Brothers Construction a call today at 701-642-4488.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
When Mom first started showing signs of memory loss, we were devastated. It was so frustrating. So many choices for assisted living. Then my sister and I walked into Twin Town Villa in Breckenridge. We knew that this was the perfect place for our mother. We loved the bright, beautiful apartments and knew Mom would too. I was so impressed with the interaction between the residents and the staff. Twin Town Villa is a quality memory care community that's close to home and currently has openings. Call Twin Town Villa at 643-9542 or visit them online at twintownvilla.com.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
On the phone line right now, head coach of the Wahpeton Huskies, Wade Gilbertson. Coach, how you feeling this week?
Feeling good. You know, we're coming off of a pretty tough week, pretty tough Friday night, and you know, there's nothing like trying to coach a football team to get themselves up off the mat. It's something that every single football coach has had to do. Probably every single coach in every single sport has had to do, and we're going to kind of find out exactly what we're made of this week, because we've had to kind of get up and dust ourselves off and clean up some blood and get back to work after kind of a poor effort.
I was going to say, you don't like to have to get up the mat too much, but you are a coach that has been coaching this team, and Wahpeton has had up and down seasons. Is there something that you can kind of give us behind the curtain of what the conversation is on Monday after a game like last Friday?
Well, we're just going to try to get back to the things that we do well, and we're going to get into a mindset, or we're going to try to bring back, I guess, the mindset, because we got away from it a little bit. You know, you beat Jamestown, and you're feeling really good about yourself, and everybody wants to pat you on the back, and everybody wants to read the newspaper clippings. We got to get to a mindset where none of that matters. I mean, none of it matters. The only thing that matters to anybody should be what's in front of your face right at this moment. And, you know, it's hard to do. I mean, as a human being, that's very, very difficult to do. But we've had a few hiccups here in the last week as a football team, and we're going to try to get to bring back the mindset of there's nothing else that matters other than the man left of you, the man right of you, and then what's right in front of your face, the man across from you. And let's just go play harder and longer and do the things that we know how to do.
We're in the back half of the schedule, Coach, and I just want to ask, because people have been asking me, how important is a home playoff game in North Dakota?
A home playoff game is worth its weight in gold. It is. It's not a guarantee to get to the next level of the playoffs, but boy, does it really start to flatten the curve a little bit, if that makes sense. So the importance of a home playoff game cannot be overstated. It cannot be overlooked. But and then, you know, as you say that, we've got to take care of business on Friday, or we could possibly be looking at a couple of must-wins at the end of the season. And we don't want to leave any room for error here, but at the same time, we kind of do, because we definitely want to get into the playoffs, and that's our first goal. But second goal right after that is we want to play at home in the playoffs in front of a big crowd, a crowd that's going to be raucous and be a lot of fun. And we haven't seen that kind of atmosphere in Wahpeton in a few years, and honestly, probably couldn't pinpoint and tell you what game it was that we last played at home in the playoffs. I know I've played some home playoff games, and boy, are those fun. And I desperately want this senior group and some of these juniors to experience that.
So let's talk about it. Grand Forks Central's coming to town this week, Coach. What do they look like on film?
They're going to look a little bit like us. They're going to spread it out, and they're going to throw it. They're going to have some motions that we're going to need to take care of and shore up. And hopefully we can get some pressure on the quarterback. But they're going to spread us out, and they're going to be big. They're going to be long and lanky as well. They've got a lot of height to them. A lot of height and a lot of length, and we'll see how much strength they've got. We'll see if we can win the battle in the trenches right away. It's one of the first things we need to try to figure out when we get the football, is are we going to be able to push them around. So they're gonna come in here hungry though too. They're going to come in and trying to prove that their record is not indicative of the type of team that they are. They're sitting at 2-4 right now, but they've played some really tough competition, and they are, in my mind, way better than 2-4. If you watch on film some of the teams they've been beat by, they've had a lead in almost every single game that they've played. So yeah, they're a lot better than their record indicates. So I feel like they're going to be ready, and they're going to try to be more physical than us after a week where we definitely weren't the most physical team on the field. So we're trying to kind of instill a little bit of pride in some of our guys that we need to be the most physical team on the field, and if they're going to be physical with us, we need to at least match it.
So last week, one of the bigger, or I should say one of the bright spots, was Traden Mauch's 88-yard touchdown return off the kick. What goes into practice when it comes to special teams like that and returning kicks?
Well, I try to come up with a scheme that's going to work for our kickoff return, and we obviously want somebody that's very dynamic with the ball in their hands, and that's why we put him deep. Now, one of the drawbacks of having him deep is that some teams are going to kick away from him, which Valley City started to do the other night. They had way too many kickoffs for me, obviously. You got to stop them every once in a while as well, but they started to kick it away from him. So I really wouldn't be surprised if Grand Forks Central comes out and tries to change their game plan a little bit. But we're going to also have to try to change up a little bit because of that. We want the ball in his hands, him or Bo Arnstein. And so we try to put a little bit of a scheme together, a blocking scheme. We've changed it up a couple of different times. And last Friday night, this new blocking scheme that we put into play, it worked, and it opened up quite a lane for Trey. And all he had to do was outrun somebody. And he's probably going to do that every day of the week.
Every single day and twice on Sunday, Coach. All right.
Yeah.
You mentioned Bo Arnstein. The offense was stagnant on Friday night. How do you open up the playbook for your guys?
Well, we like I said earlier, I alluded to the fact that we got out physicaled. And I thought that there were plays there for us on Friday night last against Valley City. And we were flustered. We were flustered by their physicalness. We were flustered that we went down right away. We were flustered by the weather, by the cold, and we didn't respond very well. And I thought that there were plays there that could have been had by them. Our blocking scheme wasn't the best that it could have been. Our reads on offense were not the best that they could have been. And tip your hat to them. They had a really good defensive game plan. But we need to shore that stuff up this week and make sure we know who we're reading, make sure we know who we're blocking so that we can open up holes. Now, with that said, we did have plays that were there on Friday night. It was just one thing here or one thing there that went wrong on every single play, and they took advantage of that. And good teams will take advantage of that. So we got to find a way to be the most efficient team on the football field, but also the most physical team as well. And things will be there for us. And we got the ball in Caden Kappas' hands, twice? I mean, we ran 26 total plays, and that's it. And you get the ball in his hands twice. Well, we have to be able to move the ball, and he's got to touch the thing at least 10 times, at least. And if we can do that, we're going to be okay.
Before I let you go, I want to talk about the health of the team. How's everybody feeling?
Feeling good. I think we're back to full health. I mean, our numbers are dwindling right now. I mean, we're late in the season. There's not a lot of how do I put it? There's a lot of young guys that are used to playing 5 and 6 games a year, and that's it. And they get to that 5 and 6 game mark, and it's time for them to turn the page to winter. Time for them to flip the calendar to winter, and it takes a little bit of a different mindset to be able to get through this grind of a 9-game season. So we're coming up on week 7 right here, and actually it's probably more like week 11 and a half for football practice. But we're on week 7 of the season. We got 3 games in our regular season left to go, and it's a little bit of a grind. So, I mean, as far as our playmakers, as far as our main varsity players, we're pretty healthy. But now our 2 deep has gone from a 1.5 deep to about a 1 deep. That's for sure.
Head coach of the Wahpeton Huskies, Wade Gilbertson. Thanks so much for talking to me, Coach.
You bet. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I always appreciate it.
More of the Wilkin Drinking Eatery pregame show coming up in a minute right here on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
Sometimes illnesses or injuries may leave you needing extra help to restore your strength, balance, and range of motion. CHI St. Francis Health are open and ready to provide you the tools for success, including individualized exercise plans and state-of-the-art therapy facility. You'll be confident in the care and treatment you'll receive at CHI St. Francis Health, and they are located right here in your backyard. CHI St. Francis Health. We're here when you need a little reassurance.
We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
It only takes one step, twist, or crunch to know something doesn't feel right. Essentia Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team gets you back to doing what you love with commitment, resilience, intention. We're here to keep you moving forward. Click the banner to learn more. Essentia Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Like nowhere else.
The value in batteries is more than skin deep for farm and construction equipment. You need batteries built to handle tough off-road conditions. Case IH Magna Power batteries are designed to take a pounding, and Titan Machinery has them for you, 4 to 6 pounds heavier than the competition. These are specifically designed to handle the vibration and jolts that can literally knock the life out of other batteries. See Titan Machinery today for more details. Case IH Magna Power batteries. It's what's inside that counts.
Welcome back, Andrew Zimmel, hanging out with you, playing. Let's do it. Let's get into it. Welcome back to KBMW, your home for Friday Night Football on the I3G Radio Network. Thanks for joining us for this Friday night action between the Huskies and the Grand Forks Central Knights. Let's get into our Otter Tail Power Company Power Poll rankings. Otter Tail Power Company on for conservation. The 11A football polls that came out on Monday, Valley City with that big win over Wahpeton last week, they jumped to number 1. 6-0 got 14 first-place votes. Jamestown 5-1. 3 first-place votes at number 2, and Fargo South, 3 first-place votes at 4-2. Red River and Fargo North, 5-2 and 4-2 respectively, finish up the top 5. And Wahpeton, 3-3. They're still getting votes, though, in the top 5. And I can tell you, folks, I vote for them because I cover them, but other people are voting for them, too, so it makes me feel okay. 11 AA football polls, Fargo Davies, number 1 with 17 of the possible 21st place votes at 5-1. Cheyenne number 2 at 5-1. Mandana number 3 at 5-1. Shanley at 4 at 5-1, and Bismarck Legacy 4-2 listed at number 5. Others receiving votes: West Fargo and Minot. Our Sanford injury report, here for all, here for good. Luckily, the Huskies are getting healthy. Earlier this season, they had a couple guys banged up. Orenstein's shoulder, Caden Kappas' ankle, but both those players able to fight through. And you got to think most of that has to do with being seniors and this being their final season. Well, Wahpeton won the coin flip, and they elected to receive. They'll be starting in the south end zone when we get this one underway. About 3 minutes left in the pregame. We'll take another quick break and come back with your starting lineups, Farmers Union Oil Southern Valley starting lineups, right here on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Ever buy something and open the box to find 1,000 pieces ready to assemble? Time-consuming and frustrating. That's why Bear Build Woodworks and Builders First Source offer gorgeous, hassle-free finishes for their doors and millwork. No mess and not stress. With over 30 stain options and 40 paint colors, Bear Build Woodworks pre-finish is the perfect choice for quality that stands the test of time. Get it finished with Bear Built Woodworks and Builders First Source in Wahpeton.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
The number of power poles knocked down by farm machinery has increased dramatically over the past 10 years. Since there's not a huge change in who's farming the land, it's possible that auto steering has contributed to the increase. Don't be lulled into complacency before you realize what's happening. You can hit a power pole. Know the location of power lines in fields. To make sure you have adequate clearance as you go about your work, we urge you to give safety the highest priority. This safety message is brought to you by Dakota Valley Electric, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
When you choose a realtor, you want a solid formula to make buying and selling your home as easy as possible. At Miller Realty, the formula is simple: integrity, trust, and most important, experience. Guy, Shelley, Jared, Lisa, and Jamie have put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Buyer Insurance Agency on Highway 13 in Wahpeton are your local agents with local locations. With skyrocketing building prices, are you properly insured? Buyer Insurance are licensed insurance advisors serving the Richland, Wilkins, Sargent, Southern Cass, and surrounding counties for 15 plus years. They represent over 15 companies that have been in the insurance industry for over 100 years, serving the area. Our plans are based on yours. Give them a call at 701-642-0955 or stop out. They're located on Highway 13 West in Wahpeton. That's Buyer Insurance Agency.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, drying, cleaning, and marketing your grain to attain the highest possible profit for you. Red River Grain has been saving farmers more for years, rewarding them with reasonable prices on purchases and fair deals when they sell. Talk to Kelly or Brad about the many services they offer. Red River Grain, East Breckenridge, 643-3738.
It's time to huddle up when you're hungry. The perfect pre- or post-game destination is the Wilkin. Friends, families, and sports fans have been showing up at the Wilkin for decades to celebrate their favorite teams. Celebrate with delicious food and their favorite beverage. Best place around to watch the Bison, too. So for all of you local sports fans and fans of good flavor, head to the Wilkin and celebrate the Cowboys, Cowgirls, Huskies, and Wildcats. The legendary Wilkin, a tradition of good taste and company since 1894.
AM 1450 KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton and FM 94.3 K232 FH Breckenridge, powered by Vision Ford Lincoln. DriveWithVision.com.
Welcome back to the Wilkin Drinking Eatery pregame show. We might roll this right into the kickoff as we have 12 minutes on the clock. Just got done with the national anthem. Wahpeton won the coin flip. They're going to receive in the south end zone. So let's get through the Huskies starting lineups. Starting at center is Josh Byer, the 6'2", 252-pound senior. At the guards, left guard Connor Rosenberg, 6'4", 350-pound senior, and Zach Gunderson, the 6'3", 225-pound senior. And at the tackles, McCade Pickens at right tackle, 5'10", 240, junior. And covering Arnstein's blind side is Riley Timian, the 6 foot, 197-pound senior, wearing number 54. In the backfield, it's going to be Bo Arnstein, the senior signal caller, listed at 6 foot 170, and next to him, Trade Malk, 5'9", 140-pound sophomore. Out wide, Jacob Burnt, the 6'1", 165-pound senior, and Jacob DeVries, who had a big game the last time that these teams played. Or correction, the last time Wahpeton played at home. 5'10", 150-pound sophomore. And, of course, all-state wide receiver Caden Kappas, listed 5'10", 160-pound junior. He already signed his letter of intent to play baseball. So, multi-sport athlete for Kappas. And at tight end, got a change for you. Nick Langenwalter will be starting at tight end tonight instead of Jackson Cluden. That is the Wahpeton offense. Now, Grand Forks Central Knights, I talked about earlier in the pregame show, this is a defense that can get after you. The 4-3 defense up front at defensive tackles is Zach Kazina, 6'4", 235-pound senior, and Michael Torgerson, the 6'3", 240-pound senior. At defensive end, Trey Kuntz, 6'4", 215-pound junior, and Christian Litzinger, 6'1", 190-pound senior. Outside linebackers is Jaden Hackey and Macaulay Balunia, the 6 foot and 5'8" respective seniors, outside linebackers, and up the middle is Chance Colgrove, the 6'2", 205-pound senior. At corners, Tristan Raymond and Dylan Washington, and at safeties is Tyler Whalen and Cole Barta. We'll take a quick break and come back with your kickoff. You're listening to the Voice of the Valley, KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Athletics.
Minn Kota Ag Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Kent, Barney, Windmere, Wahpeton, or Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Kraus Brothers Construction is a diversified construction aggregate materials, heavy equipment, and trucking company, serving the Red River Valley with locations in Wahpeton, Hankinson, Veblen, South Dakota, and Rolog, Minnesota. Give them a call today at 701-642-4488. Kraus Brothers Construction prides themselves in offering and producing outstanding service and superior products to their customers. Give Kraus Brothers Construction a call today at 701-642-4488.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Welcome back. Let's get this one underway. In Wahpeton, Huskies receiving in the south end zone. The Knights wearing maroon pants, white jerseys, maroon numbers. Huskies, purple jerseys, white numbers, gold stripes on the shoulders. Back to receive is Arnstein and Mauk. And it's going to be, I think, is it a right-footed kicker for the Knights, which is good. It's always weird when you see a left-footed kicker. See if we get this one underway. No wind, no breeze coming into the stadium. Temperature at kickoff is 44 degrees. And this one's underway. High kick brought at the 15. Mauk returns it to the 30. Brought down by a duo of Knights tacklers. So Huskies start off at their own 31 or 32-yard line. Get this one underway. Wahpeton last week against Valley City had a tough time opening up the playbook, getting the balls to their guys. This game is going to be a lot of the same thing when it comes to option plays and Arnstein looking down the field. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Mauk next to Arnstein in the backfield. Motions Mauk in the slot position. Empty backfield. Arnstein on shotgun, motions Mauk back. Runs the option. Arnstein up the middle to the 40 before brought down by the secondary of the Knights. Tackle
is number 81.
So 2nd and 1 coming up from the 41. Arnstein out of the backfield. Malk to his left. Motions DeVries back across. Takes a snap. Reads it. Runs up the middle. Tackled immediately. Big tackle up the middle. That was by 33. Caden Johansson. First and 10 coming up from the Wahpeton 43-yard line. And I understand as games go on, you know, things happen. Sometimes numbers change. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Arnstein takes a snap, looks right, breaks 1 tackle, taken in the backfield for a sack. Looks like Arnstein lost his footing as he dropped back, got pressured up the middle by Christian Litzinger, the defensive end on the right side. 10:35 left in the first quarter. 2nd and 14 coming up from the 39-yard line of the Wahpeton. 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Malk in the backfield with Arnstein out of shotgun. Takes a snap, 2-step drop back, looks left, throws the screen pass, and tackled near the line of scrimmage is Malk. Knights sniffed that one out, nowhere to go. 3rd and 14 coming up for Wahpeton. 10 minutes left in the first quarter. Hunter McCall, the offensive coordinator for the Huskies, giving the plays from the sideline. Wahpeton working in the middle of the field. 2 receivers to the left, tight end on the right side of the formation. Arnstein in the backfield, motions DeVries back across. Stops at the slot position. Arnstein takes a snap, 1-step drop back, looks left, throws across the middle, gets it to his man. Short of the sticks, though. That was Jackson DeVries with the catch in the middle of the field. So 4th and short coming up for the Huskies, and this will kind of dictate how aggressive Wahpeton is. They're on the Knights side of the field, and 4th and 2 coming up from the 49. 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Motions Lang and Walter back across the formation. Looked like there might have been a move on the line. No call, though. 15 seconds left on the play clock. 9:13 left on the game clock. Kappas moves back into the formation. Arnstein takes a snap. Bootleg, throws it to the sticks and gets it to his man. Good catch and run by Nick Langenwalter for the first down. So Wahpeton converts on the 4th down conversion. That's something that the Huskies like to do, play aggressive early in the game. Talking to Wade Gilbertson on the Saturday morning show, he was telling me that the plan for the Wahpeton Huskies is always to play aggressive, put the pedal to the metal, working on the far hash mark. 9:02 left in the first quarter. 1st and 10 from the 44. Arnstein out of shotgun. Takes a snap, fakes the pitch, runs up the middle for a short gain.
Arnstein carries once again up the middle.
Defensive tackle Torgerson is sniffing that out. We talked about it in the pregame show with head coach Wade Gilbertson that the game is going to be decided at the line of scrimmage. Now, Wahpeton's got some big boys that are pushing around, but the defense for the Knights essentially all made up of seniors. From the far hash mark, 2 receivers to the left, motions Kappas into the formation. 8:30 left in the first quarter. Arnstein rolls to his left, tries to get to the corner, tackled for a loss. That time, Torgerson was the big defender on top of him. 8:20, 0-0 ball game in the first quarter. 3rd and long coming up for Wahpeton. And Arnstein right now, 1 for 1 on completions. Connected with DeVries across the middle earlier. From the 48-yard line of the Knights, 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Arnstein motions DeVries across, left to right. Takes a snap, 1-step drop back, looks right, pump fakes, he's going to keep it himself, runs it to the left side, 1-step arm, 2-step arm, a lot of green grass in front of him to the 30, 20, 15, 10, gets it in for the touchdown. Big 48-yard run by Bo Arnstein. We talked about the dual threat quarterback for the Huskies. He does it himself, walks in for a 6-pointer. Touchdown, Huskies. And Arnstein was looking right, trying to find a open receiver. And something a lot of young quarterbacks would do is get that first read, duck and run. Arnstein, he was looking for his guys and said, you know, I can get this first down with my legs. Traden Mount coming on for the extra point. Snap is down, kick is up. And Good. 7-0 lead for Wahpeton with 7:34 left in the first quarter. Take a quick break and come back with your kickoff. You're listening to the Voice of the Valley, KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Athletics.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Welcome back, Andrew Zimmel on the call. 48-yard run gets Wahpeton on the board first. 7:34 left in the first quarter. 7-0 ball game. Trade now kicking off from the Husky 40-yard line. So Wahpeton on their first drive, they take it down the field and score a touchdown. That's exactly how you drew it up if you're Wade Gilbertson. Squib kick goes out of bounds. Looked like Wahpeton was trying to get the onside. So Knight's going to have excellent field position on their first offensive drive. Let's go through the Wahpeton starting defense. Up front is Zach Gunnarsson, Josh Byer, and Logan Schwartz moves over from nose guard to defensive tackle. Linebacker core of Malk, Arnstein, Timian, and Kappas. Jackson DeVries takes over at one corner position. Jacob Byrne on the other side. Omar Martinez and Nick Langewalter, the two safeties in the back. And Omar Martinez had an excellent start to the season. Since then, kind of gone under the radar, looking to have a big game against the Knights. For the Knights, their starting offense out of shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right on the near hash mark. From the Knights' 46-yard line. Takes the snap, looks left, throws left. Kappas out in coverage. Gets down Cole Barda on the reception, down near the sticks. 7:30 left in the first quarter, 7-0 lead for the Huskies. Dylan Lamont, the starting quarterback for the Knights, listed at 6'1", 190 pounds. Watching this kid throw the pigskin in practice, I can tell you this is a guy that can sling the rock. 2nd and 2 coming up. 7:10 left in the first quarter. 3 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Lamont out of shotgun. In the backfield with him is Jaden Hockey. Hands the ball up the middle, and the running back's going to get the first down. Josh Byer on the bottom of that pile, pulling the running back down. But second and short situations, that's what you want, your big boys up front to make a hole and push it. Knights got excellent field position on the onside kick attempt by the Huskies, went out of bounds. So 6:50 left in the first quarter, 7-0 lead for Wahpeton. Wahpeton running a 3-4 defense, which is good because you got a lot of guys in that back side of the defense that can move around. 3 receivers to the left, one receiver to the left, 3 receivers to the right. Lamont looks left, runs to the right side, and the quarterback brought down hard by Riley Timian. Huskies wearing pink armbands and leg bands as it's October, which is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. 2nd and short coming up for the Knights from the Wahpeton 35-yard line. 8-yard run by Lamont. I'll tell you, dynamic quarterback, not quite as quick as Arnstein on those quarterback runs. 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Lamont out of shotgun. Hands the ball up the middle, met at the line of scrimmage. Chugs his legs, and it's going to be down near the line. And that's exactly what you want to see as a head coach, is just to see a purple jerseys, just everybody jumping on top of the ball. 5:50 left in the first quarter, 7-0 ball game. Huskies ahead. Knights from the middle of the field. Well, correction, from the far hash mark. 3 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Lamont out of shotgun. Wahpeton brings 5 guys to the line of scrimmage. Shows blitz, comes hard. Throw out to Barter on the left side, and tackled down by his ankles by Nick Langewalter. Langewalter might have saved a touchdown there on the screen pass to the wide receiver. Moves the chains on the 4-yard pickup. 5:12 left in the first quarter. 7-0 lead for Wahpeton. Grand Forks working from the near hash mark. And that's what Grand Forks is going to want to do, is use those big wide receivers to block on those wide receiver screens. Lamont out of shotgun, three receivers to the left, one receiver to the right, running back to his left. Lamont drops back, two-step drop back, throws, connects, brought down hard by 2 Huskies. Omar Martinez on the tackle. Leo Strandell on the reception. And the chains continue to move. Jacob Burnt on the tackle as well. So 1st and 10 from the Husky 18. Welcome to the red zone, Grand Forks Central, the Tight Machinery red zone. 3 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Grand Forks trying to spread out the Husky defense. Wahpeton brings 4. And Hockey able to run up the middle. Gets down near the first down marker. 4:15 left in the first quarter. 7-0 lead for Wahpeton. And big man up front changing for the Huskies. Looks like Logan Schwartz coming off and Cotton Rosenberg coming on. Rosenberg going to play nose guard for the Huskies. 1st and goal from the 8. Under 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. 7-0 lead for Wahpeton. Grand Forks driving. Knocking on the door. 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Lamont out of shotgun, running back to his left. Motions a receiver across the formation. Little shuttle pass, and the Huskies sniff it out. Short gain on the play. Barda was the receiver on the shuttle pass. 3:30 left in the first quarter. 7-0 lead for Wahpeton. 2nd and goal from the 7 coming up for Grand Forks. As the quarterback comes back from the sideline after getting the play. 15 seconds on the play clock. 3:10 left in the first quarter. So a little option coming up for Grand Forks as running backs on either side of the quarterback. Lamont rolls to his left, throws, and no good as it goes out of the hands of the receiver. Strandell was the intended receiver on that, and that was almost an identical play to what Jamestown ran at the end of the 14-12 win for Wahpeton. Kind of quarterback roll to the left side, and that time the corner just wasn't able to get in front of the receiver. 3rd and goal from the 7 coming up. Under 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. 2:56 left. 7-0 lead for Wahpeton on this beautiful Friday night. Big white moon out as well. 3 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Running back on the right side of Lamont. Senior quarterback takes the shotgun pass by the ankles. Looks left. Throws left. Out of play. Intended receiver was to Strandell. So 4th and goal from the 7 coming up. Wahpeton leads 7-0, and this is where playing aggressive makes sense. You'd rather have a shot here, and if you don't convert, give Wahpeton the ball on their own doorstep versus trusting a kid that just took a algebra test today trying to kick a field goal and get some points on the board. Knights break the huddle. 2 receivers to the left. Option coming up for the Knights, running back on either side of Lamont. Lamont takes a snap, rolls to his left, sets his feet, and he's going to be tackled by Wahpeton. So the 4th and goal conversion attempt, no good. Omar Martinez coming out the field, raising his hands, getting excited as the offense comes on the field for Wahpeton. So a failed opportunity in the red zone for the Knights gives Wahpeton the ball from their own 8-yard line, and this is dangerous territory if you're the Huskies. This is where you just got to run the ball and give yourself a little bit of breathing room. From the far hash mark, 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Kappas in the slot position for Huskies. Langenwalter shifts from left to right in the formation. Arnstein takes the snap, throws it over the head of Caden Kappas, out of play. 2:39 left in the first quarter. 7-0 lead for Wahpeton. 2nd and 10 coming up from the Husky 8. Second offensive possession for Wahpeton. They were able to drive down the field and score a touchdown on their first drive. A 48-yard run by Bo Arnstein. And we didn't mention it, but Arnstein playing both sides of the ball has done it all season long. And as a quarterback, that can sometimes catch up to you. Early in this one, though, Kappas motions from left to right of the formation. Arnstein takes a snap, rolls to his right, goes in and out of the hands of Nick Langenwalter. 3rd and 10 coming up from the 8-yard line. Arnstein was throwing about 99 miles per hour on that pass. Probably could have taken a little bit of heat off that pass. Goes off the face mask of Langenwalter. 2:34 left in the first quarter. 3rd and 10 from the 8-yard line. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. Arnstein out of shotgun, Malk to his right. Arnstein keeps it himself, runs up the middle, and tackled hard down near the 15-yard line. Punt formation comes on for the Huskies. 2:20 left in the first quarter. Right now, for those Twin Town fans at halftime, it is 17-16, Breckenridge over West Central. 2:10 left in the first quarter, 7-0 lead. Malk punting. Tyler Whalen, the punt returner, hanging out near the 40-yard line of the Huskies. Snap is back, kick is away, and the punt lands at the 50, gives a Husky roll down near the 45. Wahpeton tackles Whalen down near the 50-yard line. So again, Grand Forks going to have excellent field position to start their second offensive drive. 1:47 left in the first quarter. Wahpeton leads 7-0. Good tackle by Byrne and DeVries, 2 secondary players for the Huskies. And the officials are marking it near the Knights 49. So the Knights going to start on their own side of the 50. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Lamont's done a pretty good job of moving the ball down the field with his arm so far in this first quarter. Lamont takes a snap, looks left, throws left. Makes a connection, hit immediately by the Huskies, breaks one tackle, breaks another tackle, and it takes a gang of Wahpeton players to bring down the big receiver. Jaden Hakey on the reception. Hakey, the running back. So 1st and 10 from the 33, Knights driving. 1:27 left in the first quarter from the far hash mark. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Lamont in the backfield with Hackey. Lamont takes a snap, 2-step drop back, looks left, throws left. Another wide open pass is connected as receiver goes out of bounds. That's Strandell on the first down reception. And Wahpeton playing a little bit of zone coverage. Knights receivers just getting behind the corners. And with zone, what ends up happening a lot of the times, in zone coverage, what happens a lot of the time is that you can kind of get in between the seams. You can find ways to get in and hurt the defense that way. Henke up the middle, breaks 2 tackles, brought down hard. Looks like that was a defensive lineman who is slamming the ground. Don't know if he lost his breath. Coming up limping. That was Logan Schwartz. He's going to come up limping a little bit on the tackle. As the officials take a quick break as Schwartz goes back on the ground. Under a minute left in the first quarter. Wahpeton leads 7-0. The Knights are driving. 2nd and 2 from the 12-yard line coming up for the Knights. Want to thank all of our amazing sponsors for making this game possible. Go through them here real quick for you. Want to remind you that the Minn Kota Halftime Show, your #1 grain marketing and production agriculture supply company, as well as Carlson Family Insurance. Haven't said that name nearly enough today. The scoreboard representing auto owners on our Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Timeout's brought to you by Hunt Camp Construction, this official timeout. Once you know who we are, you won't build any other way. Time Machinery Red Zone, your local Case IH dealer in Wahpeton. And remember, we have our Essentia Health Player of the Game, Essentia Health, here with you. They're also the official sponsor when it comes to health and wellness for Wahpeton ISD. They signed a 9-year deal earlier this year. Now remember, Miller Realty is our post-game show sponsor, a tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, trust, and service. So Schwartz able to walk off on his own accord is what we like to see. As we get this one back underway, 2nd and 2 coming up from the 12-yard line. Grand Forks in the Time Machinery Red Zone. 7-0 lead for Wahpeton, trying to keep this lead going into the second quarter. This defense, bend, don't break, but might have to change it up a little bit on defense when it comes to that secondary. Get the corners playing a little man coverage. I formation, Lamont under center. Hands the ball off, running start, and Hackey comes down hard and is going to walk in, fights his way into the end zone for a score. Wow, Jack Simmers out of the backfield on the big 12-yard run, and that's exactly what you like to see from a young man. He got the ball with a running start out of the backfield and just hit the hole hard. 2-point conversion coming up for the Knights. Throws across and brought down, and 2-point conversion is good. Grand Forks takes an 8-7 lead in the first quarter. So 8-7, 34 seconds left in the first quarter. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to KBMW, your home for Twin Town Athletics.
At Twin Town Villa, their focus is on comfort, security, peace of mind, and quality of life for their residents. They're extending an invitation to you to stop and experience how their assisted living community is different. Their 1- and 2-bedroom apartments are spacious and fully functional, and their list of amenities is endless. Their mission centers around family with assistance, supportive services, and quality health care all under one roof at Twin Town Villa in Breckenridge. Check them out on Facebook or visit their website at twintownvilla.com. Call them 643-9542 to schedule a tour today.
Welcome back. Andrew Zillow on the call with you. 34 seconds left in this first quarter. 8-7 lead for Grand Forks on the 2-point conversion. Malkin Arnstein back to receive the second kickoff return coming up for Wahpeton of this game. Had a good return early by Malk. See if he can do it again. Line drive kick, end over end. Return from the 15. Malk up the middle to the 40. And he's got one man to beat. And there he goes to the 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. And Traden Malk, his second kickoff return for a touchdown in the last 2 games. And that is how you come back with a spark. The Energizer Bunny does it again. 13-8 lead for Wahpeton. 22 seconds left in the first quarter. Traden Malk recovered that one at the 15-yard line and just had hit the blasters quick. Absolutely electric play by the sophomore returner. Play coming in from the sidelines as Wahpeton might want to go for 2 here as well. So Wahpeton said, we see what you can do. We can do it too. 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Arnstein in the backfield. Motions Kappas across. Arnstein runs to the right. 1 man to beat. Rolls in for the 2-point conversion. Wahpeton takes a 15-8 lead. We'll take a quick break and come right back. Back and forth game in the first quarter on KBMW, your home for Twin Town Athletics.
No one woke up this morning and thought, I want to go haggle.
At Quality Toyota, we don't do that. Our bottom line pricing means you get our best price the first time, every time. You'll even have that price before you talk to anyone, because that price is listed online at qualitytoyota.net and in the window of every vehicle. Simple, easy, stress-free. That's the quality difference. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls, qualitytoyota.net. Let's go places.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you. Traden Maunk's 85-yard return. Had an 88-yard one last week against Valley City. He said, we're here to play. 15-8 lead after the two-point conversion by Arnstein. 22 seconds left in the first quarter. Mauk, hard kick, end over end. Bounces at the 20. Recovered at the 15-yard line. And tackled hard. Big tackle by Riley Timian, the senior linebacker. Riley Timian flexing his muscles on kickoff return. 17 seconds left in the first quarter. From the 38-yard line, Knights taking over their third offensive drive. Two receivers to the right, one receiver to the left. Tight end on the left side of the formation. Lamont motions a receiver across. That's Simmers. Runs the jet sweep. Simmers around the left end. Beats the corner. And down after near the 48-yard line of Wahpeton. First down, moves the chain. 7 seconds left in the first quarter as the chain gang moves it along. Looked like Kappas on the outside and Riley Timian both eating grass as diving after the Simmers legs. After one quarter of play, Wahpeton leads 15-8. We'll be back with more of Wahpeton football after the break on KBMW, your home for Twin Town Athletics.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care that you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis where there are no appointments necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekends. Quality care close to home. You get the fine care for home injuries, common illness, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
Welcome back. Grand Forks driving towards the northern end zone from middle of the field. 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line of Wahpeton. Two receivers to the left, one receiver to the right. Lamont out of shotgun, running back to his left, or his right. Simmers motions across the formation. Option play, runs up the middle with the running back. And swimming and diving in, Hackey with the extra yards. Second and short coming up for the Knights. 2nd and 4 coming up for the Knights. 11:40 left in the first half. Back and forth first quarter. This game is exciting between two teams fighting for playoff positioning. Three receivers to the right, one receiver to the left. Lamont out of shotgun. 3-4 defense for Wahpeton. Brings 4 on the snap, and that helps. Riley Timian, one of the first guys in the backfield. And Wahpeton has been taking different turns, and Jackson Cluden on the tackle as well. Wahpeton has been taking turns of rushing between their three front men and then bringing a middle linebacker and outside linebacker as well. Under 11 minutes to play in the first half. 3rd and 7 coming up from the Wahpeton 45-yard line. Wahpeton trying to force a punt here by the Knights. Two receivers to the left, two receivers to the right. Lamont out of shotgun, running back to his left. Motions a receiver across the formation, takes a snap, low by the ankles, rolling to his right, chased by the Huskies. Throw hits in the middle of the field. And again, Wahpeton's defense getting in the backfield, but it looks like the secondary just not keeping their head on a swivel as open men. Chain gang moves again. Trey Kuntz with the reception for the first down. 10:20 left in the first quarter. Knocking on the door from the 31-yard line. 1st and 10. Two receivers to the left, two receivers to the right. Lamont working his team from the far hash mark. Motions a receiver across. Ball on the ground. Lamont able to jump on top of it. And it looks like the officials are saying that he went to his knee to pick up the ball. So, whistle dead. It's going to be a 5-yard loss on the, I don't know if you call it a sack or the intentional downing by the quarterback. Either way, officials had a better view of it than we did in the press box because I don't think anybody thought that he went to his knee. 2nd and 16 from the 37 coming up for Grand Forks. Trailing 15-8 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, working from the middle of the field. As a head coach, you just chew on your fingernails on that one. You just say, hey, can't have those type of plays. To the left, to the right. Running back in the backfield with Lamont. Out of shotgun, takes a snap. One-step drop back. Throws and ball on the down. Jack Simmers, wide receiver on the play. Hit him in between the numbers, and young man just couldn't hold on to it. Coach is on the far sideline, not happy about that play. 3rd and 16 coming up from the 37-yard line of the Huskies. Wahpeton rotating big man on and off the field. Jackson Cluden working at that defensive tackle position.
Here comes your 3rd down play.
Connor Rosenberg, the nose guard. 3rd and 16 coming up from the 37. Two receivers to the right, one receiver to the left. Wide receiver in the slot as well. Two-step drop back. Lamont rolls to his left. Chased by Riley Timian, sets his feet, throws to the end zone. 50-50 ball goes in and out of the hands of Leo Strandell. And that's another play that Grand Forks is going to want back. Omar Martinez on the coverage. And Strandell's listed at 6'2". Omar's listed at 5'4". So almost a foot difference in height. Ball goes in and out of the hands of Strandell, though. Punt formation up, 9:06 left. High punt is going to be short. Wahpeton going to have good field position starting from near their own 30. Under 9 minutes to play in the first half. Wahpeton leads 15-8. Now you got to think. Wahpeton scored their first touchdown on a 48-yard scamper by senior quarterback Bo Arnstein, and then a 85-yard kick return by Trade Malk. So the offense still not exactly where Wade Gilbertson would want it. They've now scored, of their last 3 touchdowns, 2 of them have been kick returns in the previous 2 weeks. Wahpeton wants to have sustainable drives, keep the chains moving. That's what this offense is predicated on. Huskies starting from their own 20, 1st and 10. From the far hash mark. 3 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right, empty backfield. Motions a running back across. Arnstein runs up the middle, tackled immediately by the front 4. Second and 7 coming up from the Husky 23. 8:40 left in the first half. Working from the middle of the field. 8:30. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. Arnstein by himself in the backfield. Motions his running back across. Arnstein rolls to his left, keeps himself. Ooh, hit immediately by a white jersey. And the Knights sideline excited about that one. And that's kind of the double-edged sword you get when you have a mobile quarterback and a guy that you want to use in the run game as well. You know, sometimes it works out. You get a 48-yard scamper, and sometimes your guy gets lit up like a candle. Arnstein able to shake that one off, though. 3 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Arnstein joined in the backfield by Malk. Motions Kappas from right to left. Arnstein takes the shotgun snap, rolls to his right, looks downfield, keeps it himself, tackled, and swung down hard. Big tackle by Christian Litzinger. Chance Colgrove is getting a lot of action after not being listed as a starter. 24-17 lead for West Central over Brackenridge. Cowboys on the road trying to get the job done. 7:15 left in the first half. Trade Malk punting, kick returner for the Knights, hanging out by the 50. High punt away from the returner. Bounces at the 45. Rolls to the 40, we'll call it 46-yard line. So Grand Forks takes over. And, the Knights have had excellent field position all game. The failed onside and then a couple of punts by the Huskies deep in their own territory. I don't think that the Knights have had to start any further back than their own 40 this game. Trailing 15-8 with 7:03 left in the second quarter. Working from the far hash mark. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. In the backfield is Hackey, along with quarterback Dylan Lamont. Lamont takes the snap, 1-step drop back, throws towards the chains with the reception, brought down hard by 2 Huskies. Wahpeton's defense playing soft coverage in the passing game, really making sure that they close up all the running holes, though. Jacob Burnt on the tackle as the chains move. Grand Forks from the Husky 39-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up, 6:45 left in the first half. 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Lamont out of shotgun, joined by Hackey in the backfield. Running back to his right. Takes a snap, hands it off to Hackey. He's trying to run to the left side of the formation. Tackled immediately by a gang of Huskies. What do you call a gang of Huskies? A pack? Huskies are mushing when it comes to rushing after this quarterback. 2nd and 8 coming up from the Husky 37. 6:10 left in the second quarter. Lamont coming from the far sideline, bringing the play in. And, sometimes that is the cardio that you look forward to all week long as a starting quarterback, running back and forth from the sideline. That means that the drives are sustainable. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right, running back on the left side of Lamont. Wahpeton running a 3-4 defense. Throw and almost picked off. Burnt almost with the interception, and it's, 5:45 left in the second quarter. You almost say it's about time that a Husky was able to sniff out a screen pass. Wahpeton not getting tricked there. 3rd and 8 coming up from the Husky 37-yard line. Logan Schwartz shifting back over from defensive tackle, where he was listed at earlier this game, to nose guard. 3-4 defense for Wahpeton as the linebackers move to the line of scrimmage. Wahpeton brings 6. Throw to the screen pass, and Simmers with the first down and more. Pushed out of bounds near the 20-yard line of the Huskies. Wahpeton said, we see what you might be doing here. We're going to bring the house, and didn't pay off as Jaden Hankey on the the catch and run. Knights starting 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. Welcome to the Titan Machinery Red Zone. 15-8 lead for Wahpeton in this second quarter. Knights knocking on the door, working from the far hash mark. Pistol formation as Lamont goes back under center. Takes the snap, hands it off hard. Makes 1 defender miss, makes 2 defenders miss, and Kappas was got the tackle there. Diving out, tripping up the running back. 2nd and 9 coming up from the Husky 16. 5:20 left. Jack Simmers, a multi-purpose guy here, playing wide receiver and also run the ball out of the backfield. Listed at 6 foot, 180 pounds, the junior. Take a lick and keep on ticking. That's what you like to see. 5 minutes left in the first half. Hackey on the right side of Lamont. Tight formation. Out of shotgun. Takes a snap. 2-step drop back. Face left. Runs to the right side now. And tackled hard. Good. Sniffed it out by Trayton Malk on the right side. 4:40 left in the first half. This is 3rd and long coming up from see what the official call is here. 14-yard line. 3rd and 7 from the 14. 15-8 lead for Wahpeton. again, Wahpeton getting the Knights to a third down. Just need the defense to step up. Wahpeton shows blitz, comes hard, throws to the left side, ball on the ground, and officials say is no good. Incomplete. Intended receiver was Leo Strandell. 4:06 left in the first half, 15-8 lead for the Huskies. The defense flexing their muscles here as it's one of those deals where 7 yards is can be a long way. And the field goal team comes on. I was hoping we would see something like this tonight. Kick is up. And it's good. So the field goal makes it 15-11. I've never seen a score like that before in Wahpeton. 4 minutes left in the first half. We'll keep it right here. Right now, 24-17 lead for West Central over Breckenridge in the third quarter. 4 minutes left. And remember, the halftime show coming up, brought to you by Minn-Kota Ag Products, your #1 grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. Want to thank all of the different farmers that we saw this week. It was Harvest Patrol happening in Wahpeton as KBMW drove around and gave out lunches from Antelope Creek in Morden to all of the different farmers. Want to thank all of the farmers out there for feeding us, right? 15-11 lead with 4 minutes left in the first half. How long was that field goal? It's a long field goal. 15-11 lead. Back to receive for the Huskies is Arnstein and Malk. Wahpeton in purple jerseys. Getting ready to receive from the north end zone. The kick. High fly kick. They kick away from Malk. Arnstein returns it from the 9-yard line. Goes from right to left to the 20, 25. Tries to get to the 30, 35. Pushed out near the 40-yard line. And Bo Arnstein gets pushed out into his own sideline. I'll tell you, man, one of the better athletes that Wahpeton has. Bo Arnstein playing offense, defense, special teams, whatever you need from the guy, he's got it. Under 4 minutes to play in the first half. 30-yard field goal was good for the Knights. 4-3 defense as Langenwalter motions from right to left. Two running backs in the backfield with Arnstein. Keeps it himself, rolls to the right, gets out near the 40-yard line. Ooh, dangerous tackle there by Arnstein. You never like to see a leg kind of get bent back. You know, and Arnstein already dealing with a shoulder injury. He's got a couple of fingers that might be hurting him, taking a couple of tackles. Good tackle by Jaden Henke on sniffing it out. 2nd and 10 from the Husky 39, 3:20 left in the first half. Offensive coordinator for the Huskies motioning it in from the near sideline. Working from the near hash mark, 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Arnstein by himself in the backfield, motions Kappas into the formation out of the slot position. Arnstein runs the ball himself, makes 2 defenders miss, keeps his legs churning for about a 3-4 yard pickup. Under 3 minutes to play in the first half. Wahpeton keeping the ball on the ground. And you got to think that the Husky modus operandus, right, is if you keep running the ball, the clock continues to run. You have a 4-point lead right now. You want to go into halftime with the lead. You don't want to give the ball back to the Knights. 3rd and 6 coming up from the 43. Arnstein out of shotgun. Motions Kappas across formation. As Kappas goes back from right to left into the slot position. Motions him back in. 3 seconds left on the play clock. Arnstein keeps himself. No, hands it off up the middle. It's going to be near the first down marker. Traden Malk able to get the first down. The 7-yard pickup on a 3rd and 6. It's exactly why you do all those stretches in the morning. Got to make all those lumbars as long as possible for the 5'9" running back. Trips left, one receiver to the right. Motions Kappas back across the formation. Caden Kappas getting his cardio in. Arnstein pitches it to Malk, who gets to the outside, left side. Brought down near the 35-yard line. Wahpeton driving. Near 15-yard pickup for Malk. Wahpeton, a little bit of an up-tempo offense now as the clock stopped on the first down as the chains move. 1st and 10 from the 36. 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Arnstein, high snap, keeps it himself. Runs up a hole on the right side, hit by the linebackers, keeps chugging his legs down near the 30. 6-yard pickup by the quarterback. 1:30 left in the first half. Wahpeton trying to add some points on the board. Both teams have all 3 of their timeouts. 2 receivers to the left. Ooh, could have been close there on the fake. Arnstein fakes 2 receivers, or 2 moves, 3 moves into the secondary, down to the 10, pushes legs near the 5-yard line. Wow, Bo Arnstein showing off that athleticism, making defenders miss. Almost looked like a dance move there. Smooth criminal by Bo Arnstein. 2nd and goal coming up, or 1st and goal from the 10. Timeout taken by Titan Machinery, or correct, by timeout taken by the Huskies. 1:12 left in the first half. 15-12 lead for Wahpeton over Grand Forks Central Knights. This timeout brought to you by Heinkamp Construction. Once you know who we are, you won't build any other way. And look, it's one of those things where as a defender, and you see a quarterback running, there can't be a nanosecond that runs through your mind that says somebody else has him, I'm okay. I don't need to be going 110%. Because if you stop, if you're supposed to go 100 and you go 99, let me tell you, that's how you miss tackles. That's exactly what RNC was able to do to that defense by the Knights. The stop-and-go motion by a lot of quarterbacks across the nation, but across North Dakota, there's a few of those guys that can make those type of moves to stop on a dime. That's what RNC was able to do. And, you know, after being an all-state wide receiver last year, he kind of has that wide receiver mindset. You know, I'm going to keep fighting for extra yards. Trayden Malk, an undersized running back, he does the same thing. He's going to continue to chug his leg, fight for extra yards. RNC, we've seen it on this drive, especially – will fight for extra yards. I'm not going to stop until the whistle blows. 1st and goal from the 5 as the Huskies break their timeout from the far hash mark. 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. 1:12 left in the first half. 15-12 or 15-11 lead for the Huskies. Arnstein keeps it himself, runs up the middle. It's going to be near it, close. Huskies show touchdown, and yes, the far official gives the goal line. Good. Huskies take a 21-11 lead on the 5-yard run by Bo Arnstein. That's his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. Kappas comes off the field, high-fiving his head coach. Josh Byer comes off the field as well. He's happy that he's gets a little bit of rest between having to play offense and defense. Trayden Malk comes on for the extra point. Arnstein, holder. Timeout taken by Wahpeton. Hunter McCall talking to his offense. Pretty excited. Wahpeton down to their last timeout. 24 all in the Breckenridge West Central game. It's in the 3rd quarter. That game is on B92.7. Turner Bluff is on the call as well. You can watch it on KBMW News Live. I want to thank all of our watchers on KBMW News Live, making us your streaming partner today, as well as on KBMW 1450 on your radio dial. So thanks for that. Wahpeton kicking into the north end zone for the extra point. 21-11 lead for the Huskies. Malk, the right-footed kicker, takes a deep breath as the Huskies come out of the timeout. Brought to you by Heinkamp Construction. Snap is back. Hold is down. Kick is up. And it's good. Wahpeton takes a 11-point lead, 22-11. We'll take a quick break and come back with kickoff. You're listening to the Voice of the Valley, KBMW, your home for Twin Town Athletics.
It only takes one step, twist, or crunch to know something doesn't feel right. Essentia Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team gets you back to doing what you love with commitment, resilience, intention. We're here to keep you moving forward. Click the banner to learn more. Essentia Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, like nowhere else.
Welcome back, Andrew Zimmel, hanging out with you. Wahpeton takes a 11-point lead after the 5-yard rushing touchdown by Bo Arnstein. One returner back for the Knights. Kick recovered by the 15-yard line, brought up to the 40. Makes two returners miss to the 50, 40, and Jack Simmers pushed out of bounds near the 45-yard line. This half isn't over yet, under a minute to play, as the Knights, again, excellent field position. They're going to start with the ball on the Wahpeton 35-yard line, or near to it. 21-6 lead, Oaks over Lisbon at halftime. And Valley City, they lead 6-0 after one quarter against Jamestown. That is a game to be keeping your eye on. Yeah, 6-0 after one quarter. 3 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right, running back in the backfield with Lamont. 13-6 lead, Valley, with 50 seconds left in the second quarter. Two-step drop back, throw across the middle, connects with his man. Wahpeton letting the clock run.
Right in the middle of the Huskies' defensive backfield. Making that tackle for Wahpeton is number 3.
Omar Martinez on the tackle.
Number 5, Caden Kappas making the tackle.
Correction, Caden Kappas on the tackle. And a timeout taken. We'll keep it right here. You're listening to KBMW, your home for Twin Town Athletics. Wahpeton football on the air with you right now. Want to thank all of our incredible sponsors for making this game possible. Our video sponsors are Buyer Insurance Agency, Hornstein Family Chiropractic, and Vision Ford. Remember to listen to the halftime show brought to you by Minn Kota Ag Products. That's going to come up here in 48 seconds of game time. Your #1 grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. And in the postgame, Miller Realty postgame show, a tradition of knowledge, experience, integrity, trust, and service. We'll give out our Essentia Health Player of the Game. Essentia Health here with you. And I'm going to plug myself here. Remember to listen to the Giants Sports Show tomorrow morning, where we'll have a Breckenridge Cowboy coach coming in to talk to us. We've had Jordan Christensen the past couple weeks. That's been a lot of fun. The defensive coordinator for the Cowboys is going to have a little bit of a explaining to do, giving up 24 points against West Central. But, you know, it's all in good fun. He's a good hang. And Chad Fredrickson as well, the head coach of the Cowboys, another good interview for us. Wade Gilbertson will be in, win, lose, or draw as well Saturday morning. From the 48, for the 18-yard line, 48 seconds. Ball on the ground. Lamont able to pick it up, throws to the end zone. Picked off. Brought out of the end zone to the 15, to the 20. And a flag at the end of the play. Is that who I thought it was? Mate, good interception. Braden Steffens with the interception. Braden Steffens, who started at a corner earlier this season, he had his duties relieved. He's actually the starting corner 2 weeks ago. And that was when Jackson DeVries jumped the pass in Jamestown. Since then, he's been the starting corner. But Steffens, hey, he might have just won his job back intercepting that pass. And Lamont, you know, Thomas Edson picked up that one with the telegraph. 39-yard line, 22-11 lead for the Huskies. And you got to think here that Wahpeton, you know, they might run a couple plays and take a shot at the end zone from their own 36 after the personal foul the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the Knights. Kappas motions into the formation. Arnstein takes the snap, hands it up to Malk, who cuts to the left. A lot of green grass to the 50, 40, 30, 10, 20, 10, and Trayden Malk, he gets in. Trayden Malk, his first rushing touchdown of the game from the 36-yard line of the Huskies into the end zone. 27 seconds left in the first half. Wahpeton takes a 28-11 lead. .27 seconds left as the Huskies coming on for the extra point.
And Trayden Malk will kick the extra point for the Huskies.
Wow. Snap is back, kick is up, and no good underneath the crossbars. So the score stays 28-11. We'll keep it right here. You're listening to the Voice of the Valley, KBMW. And, you know, you got to think that, well, let me rephrase that. The normal fan, the average fan might think, okay, Huskies are going to run a play, run the clock, maybe take a shot at the end zone, call their final timeout. But we talked to Wade Gilbertson, and he told us every single play that the Huskies draw up is supposed to score. Every single one that these offensive coaches come up with is supposed to end up in 6 points, and that's exactly what happened there. Malk, he cut it back to the right side, and as a corner or as a wide receiver in practice, you kind of just tap the guy next to you. You tap that corner in practice, but these wide receivers for the Huskies, they got to play their position. They got to block for that run, and that's exactly what they did. Huskies take a 28-11 lead with 27 seconds left in the first half, trying to take this into halftime. I'd expect to see a line drive kick by Malk. And a couple of years ago, I wasn't here, but fans and friends alike will tell me that Caden Kappas was in a similar role as Malk, as kind of like that do-everything type of guy. Okay, he's going to return kicks. He's going to kick extra points. He's going to kick off. And I feel like Malk, sophomore, a lot of room between him and Caden Kappas as a senior. But I'll tell you, I think that is closing the gap as like that next guy for the Huskies to kind of try to take over this program. And sophomore quarterback Bjorn Kubila, who has been the backup for 2 years, he's probably looking at these guys saying, you know, I wouldn't mind getting some plays in this game as well. 27 seconds. High kick recovered by the Knights. 26 seconds left. Grand Forks going to start near their own 48-yard line, near the 50. So 1st and 10 from the 47 coming up. 26 seconds left in the first half. Wahpeton leads 28-11. In the Breckenridge game, it is 31-24 in favor of the Cowboys in the third quarter. So Grand Forks, whatever you can do, I can do better. They're trying to add points on the board as well at Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 3 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Huskies bring 4. Handoff up the middle to Simmers, who keeps chugging his legs, brought down near the 50-yard line. Remember that to listen to the halftime show, Minnesota Ag Products Halftime, your #1 grain marketing, production, agriculture supply company. 2nd and 7 coming up from the Husky 49-yard line. This timeout by Grand Forks brought to you by Heidkamp Construction. Once you know who we are, you won't build any other way. Now in the halftime, we will recap how we got to this point, as well as give out keys to the second half. And right now, Huskies, that car is rolling down the interstate, feeling pretty good. Put 20 seconds on the clock, so Grand Forks ran a play up the middle, called a timeout. They have 1 left. The Huskies have 1 left as well.
At the Huskies, 49, 20 seconds remaining in the half.
So Lamont, 1 interception in the first half. Trying to add to his stats here. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Out of shotgun, senior quarterback. 1-step drop back. fakes left, looks right. Huskies defense giving it soft, and big gang tackle by Wahpeton. Looks like Kappas and Timian were the two guys to push him out of bounds. Jacob Burt on the original tackle, wrapped up at the ankles. And did he get out of bounds? May have. Third and short coming up from the 10 seconds. No, timeout taken by the Knights. We'll keep it right here. You're listening to KBMW, your home for Twin Town Athletics. In fact, this would be a perfect time for a legal ID on KBMW.
AM 1450 KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton and FM 94.3 K232 FH Breckenridge, powered by Vision Ford Lincoln. DriveWithVision.com.
Welcome back, Andrew Zimmel, hanging out with you. I want to thank our incredible producer and statistician, Big Mike. Make sure that we know what we're talking about on air. I'm excited to read these notes that he's got for me for halftime. I'm looking over there, and I'm like, a little couple of circles, couple of lines. Looks like he's drawing plays over there as well. 3rd and 3 coming up from the Husky 46-yard line. 10 seconds left in the first half. Wahpeton going to run a little bit of a prevent defense. I'd imagine they were only going to rush about 3 here, drop everybody back into coverage. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right from the far hash mark. Lamont running back in the backfield with him. Low snap. Back by his own 45 and throws a prayer to the sideline out of bounds. So 4th and 3 coming up with 2 seconds left. So they have one more shot here at the end zone. Wahpeton did bring 4, though, on that pass rush. Riley Timian getting his hands in the face. Two seconds. Hunter McCall, the offensive coordinator, trying to get the intentional grounding penalty. 4th and 3 coming up. 2 seconds left in the first half. Wahpeton leads 28-11. Final play of the first half coming up for Grand Forks from the Wahpeton 46. Snap. 3-step drop back. Rolls to his right. Directs traffic. Heaves it towards the end zone. 3 receivers back there. And Wahpeton able to break up the pass. So after 2 quarters of play, Wahpeton leads 28-11. We'll keep your dial right here on KBMW as we'll come back with our Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show. You're listening to KBMW, your home for Twin Town Athletics.
At Titan Machinery, we understand the importance of financial assistance in the agriculture industry. That's why we offer Productivity Plus, an exclusive line of credit designed for one purpose, to help Case IH farmers like you maximize purchasing power and productivity. With flexible financing options and smart account management tools, you spend less time organizing finances and more time improving your yield. Don't have an account? Apply for Productivity Plus at Titan Machinery today. It's the one account for all of your genuine Case IH parts and service needs. Terms and conditions apply.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Ever buy something and open the box to find 1,000 pieces ready to assemble? Time-consuming and frustrating. That's why Bear Build Woodworks and Builders First Source offer gorgeous, hassle-free finishes for their doors and millwork. No mess and not stress. With over 30 stain options and 40 paint colors, Bear Build Woodworks pre-finish is the perfect choice for quality that stands the test of time. Get it finished with Bear Built Woodworks and Builders First Source in Wahpeton.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heidkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heidkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
The number of power poles knocked down by farm machinery has increased dramatically over the past 10 years. Since there's not a huge change in who's farming the land, it's possible that auto steering has contributed to the increase. Don't be lulled into complacency before you realize what's happening. You can hit a power pole. Know the location of power lines in fields. To make sure you have adequate clearance as you go about your work, we urge you to give safety the highest priority. This safety message is brought to you by Dakota Valley Electric, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
When you choose a realtor, you want a solid formula to make buying and selling your home as easy as possible. At Miller Realty, the formula is simple: integrity, trust, and most important, experience. Guy, Shelley, Jared, Lisa, and Jamie have put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Buyer Insurance Agency on Highway 13 in Wahpeton are your local agents with local locations. With skyrocketing building prices, are you properly insured? Buyer Insurance are licensed insurance advisors serving the Richland, Wilkins, Sargent, Southern Cass, and surrounding counties for 15 plus years. They represent over 15 companies that have been in the insurance industry for over 100 years, serving the area. Our plans are based on yours. Give them a call at 701-642-0955 or stop out. They're located on Highway 13 West in Wahpeton. That's Buyer Insurance Agency.
A flu vaccine at Sanford Health can prevent you from getting sick and protect the people around you. The CDC recommends annual flu vaccines for everyone 6 months and older, especially those at a higher risk of complications, including pregnant women, older adults, and young children. Protect your family and community this season. Call 642-7000 to schedule an appointment to get your flu vaccine. Call today to schedule your flu vaccine at Sanford Health, 701-642-7000.
It's time to huddle up when you're hungry. The perfect pre- or post-game destination is the Wilkin. Friends, families, and sports fans have been showing up at the Wilkin for decades to celebrate their favorite teams. Celebrate with delicious food and their favorite beverage. Best place around to watch the Bison, too. So for all of you local sports fans and fans of good flavor, head to the Wilkin and celebrate the Cowboys, Cowgirls, Huskies, and Wildcats. The legendary Wilkin, a tradition of good taste and company since 1894.
Minn Kota Ag Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Kent, Barney, Windmere, Wahpeton, or Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Kraus Brothers Construction is a diversified construction aggregate materials, heavy equipment, and trucking company, serving the Red River Valley with locations in Wahpeton, Hankinson, Veblen, South Dakota, and Rolog, Minnesota. Give them a call today at 701-642-4488. Kraus Brothers Construction prides themselves in offering and producing outstanding service and superior products to their customers. Give Kraus Brothers Construction a call today at 701-642-4488.
Welcome back, Andrew Zimmel, hanging out with you on a beautiful Friday night in Wahpeton, North Dakota. Right now, the temperature reads 40 degrees. Hey, this is just the beginning of fall, right, guys? Let's talk about how we got to this point. Well, first, let's give an update on Breckenridge and West Central. Right now, the Cowboys lead 38-24 in the fourth quarter. They're trying to get that one done. They kicked off at 6 p.m. this afternoon. Wahpeton, they kicked off at 7, and they got going early. They won the flip, and they received out of the south end zone on their first offensive possession at 7:43 left in the first quarter. Bo Arnstein was able to run a 48-yard scamper in for the score, then a squib kick, or kicked the extra points, and then went up 7-0. Wahpeton tried to squib kick it, keep the offense rolling. Not quite there, as Grand Forks Central took over and had excellent field position. They were able to go down the field. They scored, or correction, they scored on a 12-yard run with 34 seconds left in the first quarter. A 2-point conversion made it 8-7. Then Traden Malk, he said, I am going to keep this ball rolling. An 85-yard kick return made it a, let's see, Wahpeton 7 plus 6 is 11. That was a 7, whatever. Wahpeton was trailing 7. They were trailing 8-7. They scored 6 points. Math is not our strong suit this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. They kicked the 2-point conversion. Or they were able to get the 2-point conversion. All right. They led 15-8 after 1 quarter of play. In the second quarter, Grand Forks able to kick a field goal to make it 15-11, and then a 50-yard run by Bo at 105 left in the, or 5-yard run by Bo Arnstein with 105 left in the first half. Extra point was good for Wahpeton, so they took a 22-11 lead. Then Grand Forks Central driving, they threw an interception in the end zone, picked off by Braden Steffens, and then an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty pushed the ball out near the 39-yard line, where Traden Malk, with 27 seconds left in the first half, ran a 64-yard run to the right side and then kicked the extra point to make it 28-11. Wow, a lot of math. This is a scoregami is what we call it when you have a score that you've never had before. And I'll tell you, I don't think Wahpeton ever has had such a weird scores during their games this season. But the offense has been rolling, and that's exactly what you want to see. The only name that we haven't really mentioned of that three-headed monster that has been the Wahpeton offense is Caden Kappas. In the first half, he was held to only a handful of yards in the passing game. Going to try to open that one up. But again, you really can't complain if you're a Husky fan because they have the lead. But I'll tell you, when you're playing with an all-state wide receiver not getting into the run of the system or not getting the ball, you're almost playing with one hand tied behind your back. We'll come back with our keys to the second half right here on KBMW, your home for Twin Town Athletics.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
When Mom first started showing signs of memory loss, we were devastated. It was so frustrating, so many choices for assisted living. Then my sister and I walked into Twin Town Villa in Breckenridge. We knew that this was the perfect place for our mother. We loved the bright, beautiful apartments, and knew Mom would too. I was so impressed with the interaction between the residents and the staff. Twin Town Villa is a quality memory care community that's close to home and currently has openings. Call Twin Town Villa at 643-9542 or visit them online at twintownvilla.com.
Low, 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 low prices. If other car dealerships really meant it, they'd only have to say it once. We have a low price, the best price listed on the windshield and online. You'll get the car you want and a customer experience you'll actually enjoy. All at a price that will make you smile. Simple, easy, stress-free. That's the quality difference. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls, qualitytoyota.net. Let's go places.
Sometimes illnesses or injuries may leave you needing extra help to restore your strength, balance, and range of motion. CHI St. Francis Health are open and ready to provide you the tools for success, including individualized exercise plans and state-of-the-art therapy facility. You'll be confident in the care and treatment you'll receive at CHI St. Francis Health, and they are located right here in your backyard. CHI St. Francis Health. We're here when you need a little reassurance.
We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
It only takes one step, twist, or crunch to know something doesn't feel right. Essentia Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team gets you back to doing what you love with commitment, resilience, intention. We're here to keep you moving forward. Click the banner to learn more. Essentia Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, like nowhere else.
At Tide Machinery, we know that maintaining your equipment's health keeps it running at peak performance. That's why we carry genuine Case IH lubricants, filters, and batteries for your total maintenance solutions. Achieve longer service intervals and higher performance with our OEM lubricants. Maximize your machine's efficiency with Case IH approved filters and depend on our quick starting batteries designed to handle extreme vibrations and temperatures. Visit Tide Machinery today and purchase genuine Case IH lubricants, filters, and batteries to get the most out of your investment.
Welcome back, Andrew Zimmel, hanging out with you on KBMW, your home for Twin Town Athletics. Right now, well, it looks like Breckenridge might have finished that one off as our guy, Turner Bluff, is on the call over there on B92.7. He took the scoreboard off his stream. Well, I'll tell you what our score is, 28-11 lead right now for the Huskies as the third quarter. Getting ready to get underway here in about 2 minutes, so let's talk about our keys to the second half. Keys to the second half, we'll start with the away team, Grand Forks Central Knights. Honestly, if you're the Knights, you got to feel pretty okay about yourself, even trailing by 17. What the Huskies have been able to do here is just get points on broken plays. If the defense buckles down and queues up on the run, this could be a game that the Knights can get back in. And for the Huskies, on the defensive side of the ball, hey, the prevent defense with the lead isn't going to get the job done against a quarterback that can throw strikes and wide receivers who can get open. Wahpeton runs a little bit of a zone coverage. You almost could call it cover two if you were really a football guy. But the problem is that in the cover two, when the linebackers are playing up to try to stop the run, that leaves a lot of green grass in between the numbers, and that's exactly where Lamont has been attacking the Huskies. So Wahpeton's going to have to buckle down on defense and try to fight off some of those passes across the middle of the field. You almost want to play man coverage, but the problem is that Wahpeton a little bit undersized when it comes to those corner positions, and when you look at safety, it's not much better. Nick Langewalter listed at 5'10", Omar Martinez listed at 5'4", Burns 6'1", and DeVries is listed at 5'10", so not a lot of size in that secondary for Wahpeton. They're going to have to buckle it down if they want to keep this lead. 30 seconds left. We'll take a quick break and come back with kickoff. You're listening to the Voice of the Valley, KBMW, your home for Twin Town Athletics. Wahpeton leads 28-11.
Ever buy something and open the box to find 1,000 pieces ready to assemble? Time-consuming and frustrating. That's why Bear Build Woodworks and Builders First Source offer gorgeous, hassle-free finishes for their doors and millwork. No mess and not stress. With over 30 stain options and 40 paint colors, Bear Build Woodworks pre-finish is the perfect choice for quality that stands the test of time. Get it finished with Bear Built Woodworks and Builders First Source in Wahpeton.
Welcome back to Wahpeton. Last 24 minutes of action in this game. 12 minutes on the clock to start this third quarter. Huskies coming out of halftime. They lead 28-11. Now, a very interesting game in the first half. Traden Malk with 2 rushing touchdowns, and Bo Arnstein with 2 rushing touchdowns as well. Talked about in the post-game show, or the halftime show, brought to you by Minn Kota Ag Products, your #1 grain marketing, production, agriculture, and supply company. Huskies kicking off towards the south end zone. No breeze in Wahpeton as temperatures continue to sit around 40 degrees, 37 degrees right now. Beautiful big moon in the sky. Jack Simmers back to return for the Knights. Kick is away, and ball goes out of bounds near the 35-yard line. Penalty on the play with the ball going out of bounds. So Grand Forks again starting with excellent field position. I think they've done a pretty good job of Grand Forks has really no control over where they start with the ball. But on the one kick return that they had, they got it into Wahpeton territory. And ever since then, Wahpeton has kind of kept the ball away from the returners. So, okay, they're going to have Wahpeton re-kick. I would say, I don't know, man. I would rather have the ball with the penalty and start with excellent field or better field position than have a potential of a misfire here as a Mount going to re-kick from the Husky 35-yard line. Each his own, though.
Once again, this time from the 35-yard line.
Mount pumps the ball back up. Simmers back to return, hanging out near the 20-yard line. No breeze underneath the lights in Wahpeton. Another kick. This is a squib kick to the front. And again, Grand Forks Central starts in Wahpeton territory. Head scratcher. Wahpeton leads 28-11 and still trying to get the onside kicks. I think you try to kick it as far back as possible. Maybe Wahpeton just has a lot of respect for returner Simmers. Well, either way, Grand Forks starts with the ball in Husky side of the field from the Wahpeton 48-yard line. And option play coming up as two running backs in the backfield with Lamont, two wide receivers to the right. Lamont out of shotgun, low snap, hands it off to Simmers, finds a hole on the right side, and Omar Martinez was there to help him land. Simmers tried to maybe jump over somebody. Anyways, knee got caught, went airborne, and Martinez just took his arm and helped him push him into the ground. Make sure that you get to the bottom floor a little quicker. 2nd and 6 coming up from the Husky 44-yard line. 11:30 left in the third quarter. 28-11 lead for Wahpeton. Two receivers to the left, two running backs in the backfield with Lamont. This is what Grand Forks is coming out of halftime with, running the ball. Hand the ball to Simmers, brought down hard. Josh Byer on the tackle as the Huskies jump on the gang tackle as well. Knights lose a yard on the run. 3rd and 7 coming up from the Wahpeton 45. Josh Byers back at the nose guard position. We saw him come off the field limping a little bit earlier. He's another one of those players that Wade Gilbertson has talked to us about absolutely needing on the offensive side of the ball. As a center, you got to make sure that the ball gets back to the quarterback. The senior missed some games earlier this year at nose guard. Two running backs in the backfield with Lamont. Out of shotgun. Takes a snap. Rolls to his right. Throws towards the sticks. Out of bounds before the first down marker. That was to Leo Strandell. So Lamont needed 8. Got about 7 on that pass. 4th and 2 coming up from the 40-yard line of the Huskies. 10:29 left as the clock stops as Strandell walks out of bounds. 28-11 lead for the Huskies. Wahpeton running a 3-4 defense up front. Gunnarsson, Byer, and Schwartz from the far hash mark. Two wide receivers to the left, two running backs in the backfield with Lamont. 4th and short coming up. Handoff. Makes two-man miss down near the first down marker. Wahpeton sideline pointing. It's going to be a turnover on downs. And if this is a friendly, and no, Grand Forks not able to convert. Omar Martinez jumping up and down, getting to the sideline. And you know, you need 2 yards. You think that you'd be able to get it, but Jack Simmers got about 1.5 on that run. So Wahpeton starts from their own 39-yard line. 10:22 left in the third quarter. Play coming in from the sideline. From the far hash mark. 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Arcine out of shotgun. Malk to his left. Motions Kappas from left back into the formation. Takes the snap, hands the ball to Malk, who jumps into the arms of 2 defenders. Nowhere to run with that one as Jaden Hackey on the tackle. 10 minutes left in the third quarter. 2nd and 9 from the 40-yard line. So Malk gets 1 yard on that run. But that's what you need to do as a running back, is continue just to chip away at the defense. Two receivers to the left, one receiver to the right. Motions man back across the formation, 3 to the left. Arnstein keeps it himself, runs up the middle. Ooh, going to be close to a first down, brought down near the 50-yard line. Bo Arnstein continues to take a beating on the ground. Going to be close to a first down, 3rd and short coming up. 9:36 left as the officials take a timeout to measure. From our spot in the crow's nest, I think this is going to be about a half a football short. We'll see what the official marking is. The chain gang comes out to measure. Zebrahirt at the ball. 9:36 left in the third quarter. 2nd and 9 on the run. And did Arnstein get the first down? It's going to be close. And it's going to be 3rd and a fingernail, as Arnstein was short of the first down marker. Ball on 3rd and short coming up for Wahpeton from their own 49-yard line. Chain gang goes back to the far sideline. 3 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Arnstein motions Langwater back into the formation, keeps himself, runs up the middle. Ooh, it's going to be close as he's brought down near the original line of scrimmage, or the line of scrimmage. And the back judge giving the chain gang the movement to move the ball down. So on a 3rd and 1, Arnstein gets about a yard for the first down from the 50-yard line. Wahpeton's offense driving. First offensive possession of the second half, and this is exactly what Wade Gilbertson talks about when it comes to sustainable drives, keeping the ball moving down the field. 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left from the near sideline. Arnstein in the backfield, motions Kappas from right to left. And looks like it's going to be encroachment on the Knights, and that is going to be the call, as the far side of the defense get a little excited on that motion by Kappas. Under 9 minutes to play in the third quarter. 1st and 10 from the 50. That looks to be, it's about going to be 1st and 5. On the false start by the defense. So Wahpeton on the Grand Forks side of the field. From the 45-yard line. 1st and 8:55 left in the third quarter. Nick Langwalter, the tight end, on the right side of the formation. 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Nobody in the backfield. Kappas comes out of the backfield, fakes the jet sweep. Arnstein runs it for a first down and more down near the 33-yard line. And one of these days, and I'm willing to bet that it's going to come either next week or in the playoffs, that they're going to run a jet sweep to Kappas and he's going to take it to the house. Because we've seen the ball pulled out of his stomach a handful of times this season. And when you least expect it, the All-State wide receiver is going to pop. In this game, however, it's been the Arnstein show. He's been doing a good job running the ball with his legs. 1st and 10 from the 33. Hands it to Malk, who goes to the right side of the hole. Not quite there. Brought down near the line of scrimmage. Torkelson on the tackle for the Knights. 8 minutes left in the third quarter. 2nd and 9 coming up from the 32-yard line. 28-11 lead in favor of the Huskies at home. Wahpeton has one more home game on their schedule after this one against Turtle Mountain to end the season. 2 receivers to the left, nobody to the right. Malk in the backfield, motions Kappas from left back into the formation. Takes a snap, hands it to Malk, who runs on the right side of the formation down near the 28-yard line. A little extracurricular activity coming after the play as Malk not happy. 3rd and 6 coming from the 32-yard line. 7:15 left in the third quarter. Wahpeton running option play. 2 running backs in the backfield with Arnstein. Motions Langwalter back into the formation. Arnstein takes a snap, keeps it himself, rolls to the left, throws to Langwalter for first down and more to the 20, out near the 18-yard line. Langenwalter in the flats on the left side doing his job. Good job by that tight end. And when you roll out like that, especially on that RPO, what you want to do as a tight end, you give that defensive end a good shove, and then you got to go into your route tree. Langenwalter gave a good shove to the D end, gets into the flats, makes the catch, and gets the first down. Welcome to the Titan Machinery Red Zone, Huskies. 6:57 left in the third quarter. One wide receiver to the right, two to the left. Motions a running or wide receiver back into the formation. Arnstein keeps himself, runs up the middle, tackled for a short gain. Second and long coming up for Wahpeton. 28-11 lead for the Huskies in the third quarter. 6:40 coming up. Second and 7 from the 15-yard line. Wahpeton trying to get into that end zone. First offensive possession of the second half for the Huskies. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Arnstein down a shotgun. Two-step drop back. Looks across the middle. Throws to the right side. Kappas gets the ball, just tears it out of the hands of the quarterback. And Caden Kappas, his first receiving touchdowns of the game. 34-11 lead for Wahpeton. And Arnstein probably wished he put a little bit more on there, but Kappas, can we call it a Moss? Looked like he just pulled that ball out of the corner's arms. Wahpeton might be going for two here as the play call coming in from the sidelines. And that's what they're going to do. So 2-point conversion attempt coming up for Wahpeton, leading 34-11 with 6:20 left in the third quarter. Kappas motioned into the backfield. Arnstein runs it himself up the middle. Down before he gets into the end zone, but a flag on the play. Penalty on the play, waiting to see what the call is from the field. Came from the umpire in the back of the end zone. Holding. That is going to be declined. So Wahpeton's failed 2-point conversion. 34-11 lead in favor of Wahpeton after that touchdown pass. 15-yard TD pass from Arnstein to Caden Kappas. And still a lot of game left to be played. But Wahpeton feeling really good right now as the car continues to roll down the interstate. We'll keep it right here. You're listening to KBMW, your home for Twin Town Athletics. Wahpeton leads 34-11. Make sure you listen to the postgame show brought to you by Miller Realty, a tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, trust, and service, where we have our Essentia Health Player of the Game, Essentia Health, here with you. Also want to give a shout-out to our video sponsors, our video stream on KBMW News Live, Buyer Insurance Agency. Our plans are based on yours, Hornstein Family Chiropractic, and Vision Ford. So Wahpeton getting ready to kick off from their own 40 after that touchdown pass from Arnstein to Kappas. Now, I'll tell you what we were saying right before that touchdown drive. We were saying Caden Kappas had to get involved. You had to get the All-State wide receiver back into the swing of things. And after being an All-State receiver, I think 2 years in a row, sophomore and junior year, the question was, can they do it? Can you do it 3 years in a row? Kickoff is squib kick, recovered near the 40-yard line of Grand Forks. The Knights all over that one. 6:19 left in the third quarter. Wahpeton's defense going to try to stand strong here. And this is where things are going to get interesting for Grand Forks. I was talking in the pregame show about how much I enjoy watching Dylan Lamont throw the ball, and trailing by 22 points. This is where moving the rock down the field will be important. Two receivers to the left, two receivers to the right, running back in the backfield with Lamont. Takes a shotgun snap, hands the ball off. Hackey tackled immediately at the line of scrimmage. Going to be a short gain, if any, by the Knight running back. Ball on the ground. And things are getting chippy on the field. I think it's always interesting that around the 6-minute mark in the third quarter is where tempers really start to flare for either side. It feels like any game that's played at Frank Vernon Field, right around the 6-minute mark of the third quarter is when things start getting a little hot and heavy. 2 and 8, second and 8 coming from the 41-yard line. Grand Forks on their side of the field. Two receivers to the left, two receivers to the right, running back in the backfield. Lamont takes the snap. 3-man rush. Screen pass. Tackled. Is that? Yes, it is.
Lamont's pass is complete to number 82. That's Trey Kuntz.
Trey Kuntz on the reception, but I want to say it was Josh Byer on the tackle out there. Logan Schwartz on the tackle. I saw 70, and I was like, that is a big boy moving out there in the flats. 3rd and 3 coming up from the Knights' 46-yard line. 3 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Lamont out of shotgun. Wahpeton running a 3-4 defense. Bring 4 on the run. Lamont gets past the line of scrimmage, down, moves the chains. And Dylan Lamont, he's doing it himself. I'll say Lamont looked a lot faster on that quarterback run than the one we had earlier. Breckenridge leads West Central 45-36 in the 4th quarter right now. That game wrapping up shortly. 4:40 left in the 3rd quarter of this one. 3 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. 34-11 lead in favor of the Huskies. Lamont takes the snap, runs himself on the right side. Tackled down in the secondary by Omar Martinez. Martinez listed at 5'4". Lamont listed at 6'1", so you know where Martinez went for the kneecaps on that one. From the Husky 39, 2nd and short coming up. 4:14 left in the 3rd quarter. Lamont out of shotgun, 3 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right from the middle of the field. Lamont out of shotgun, hands the ball up the middle. Hackey breaks 1 tackle, brought down near the 1st down marker. Logan Schwartz not able to pull down the running back, and I think that's one of the most frustrating things as a defensive lineman is when you get the running back in the backfield, you get hands on him, and you're not able to stop him before he gets the extra yards. Breaking the broken tackles. It's a stat that every running back keeps track of in their own head. 3 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Lamont out of shotgun. We're running back to his left. 3rd and 1 coming up from the 37-yard line. Grand Forks trying to drive. Swing pass to Simmers. Gets the 1st down a little bit more. Broken another tackle. Down to the 20, 15-10. Jack Simmers takes the ball into the end zone. First touchdown of the 2nd half for Grand Forks. I count 3 broken tackles by Simmers on that one. That was just force of will. 34-17 lead as the extra point coming up for Grand Forks. Went for 2 earlier this game, going for the 1-point extra point here. Snap is back, kick is up, and blocked, goes off the bottom of the crossbars. Good block by Traden Malk. We'll take a quick break. Wahpeton leads 34-17, 3:11 left in the 3rd quarter on KBMW, your home for Twin Town Athletics.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Welcome back, Andrew Zimmel on the call. Wahpeton leads 34-17 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard after the big run by Jack Simmers. Huskies going to try to answer back here with 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Back to receive is Traden Malk and Bo Arnstein. Malk ran one back earlier, an 85-yard kick return. So conventional wisdom says that the Knights are going to say, keep it away from him. Traden Malk with the defensive play as well, blocking the extra point, got a hand on it. Line drive kick goes out of bounds near the 25-yard line of the Huskies. So Wahpeton going to take the penalty and start near their own 30. 3:11 left in the third quarter. Connor Rosenberg, the big left guard, comes out on the field. Rosenberg listed at 6'4", 350 pounds. The senior, he's been known to push a defensive lineman around. So the Huskies lead by 17. Trying to find out where the ball is going to be placed at. So from the Husky 30, quads to the right, one receiver to the left. Arnstein by himself in the backfield, motions Malk from the slot position. Hands it off to Malk, goes to the right side, a little bit of room, goes to the 40 before being pushed out of bounds. Good gain by Malk. Out near the 40-yard line. So second and short coming up for the Huskies. 3:04 left in the third quarter. Second and 1 from the near hash mark. Two receivers to the left, one receiver to the right. Motions Kappas back into the formation. Takes the shotgun snap. Keeps it himself. Throws the RPO to Kappas on the outside. Gets the first down and a handful of yards down near the 45. And, boy, that was not what you draw up in practice. Ugly play from the start. Looked like the ball almost got knocked out of Arnstein's hand when he pulled it back out, but he was able to get it to Kappas for the first down. At the end of the day, it's a result-based game. From the far hash mark, two receivers to the right, one receiver to the left. Arnstein out of shotgun. 2:30 left in the third quarter. Wahpeton leads 34-17. Malk motion in the backfield. Arnstein keeps it himself and tackled in the backfield for a loss of about 3 yards.
Nice defensive end play for number 82, Trey Kuntz.
Trey Kuntz, the defensive end, listed 6'4", 215 pounds. He makes a tackle. 2:10 left in the third quarter. Second and 10 coming up from the 35-yard line. Two receivers to the right, one receiver to the left. Running back in the backfield with Arnstein out of shotgun. Langenwalter motions right to left, or left to right on in the formation. 3-4 defense, bringing 5. Arnstein rolls, throws to Kappas across the middle of the field to the 50, 45 for another first down. And this is exactly what we were talking about when we said getting Kappas involved in the game, getting him touches. Another first down, the second first down for Kappas on the reception. 1:35 left in the third quarter. 34-17 lead from the Knights side of the field. Play call coming in from the sidelines. Hunter McCall, the offensive coordinator. From the far hash mark, 3 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Malk in the backfield with Arnstein. Wahpeton running their RPO offense. Fakes the throw, runs up the middle. Tackled near the line of scrimmage. Arnstein not able to break those tackles. And a little extracurricular activity on the field. As it looks like those linebackers are trying to force that fumble by the senior quarterback. Kuntz again on the tackle. 1:03 left as the clock stopped. And it's going to be a face mask on the defense. Jaden Hankey not happy about that play, as it's going to be an automatic first down. Chain gang moves. 1:03 left in the third quarter. Starting to unravel for the Knights. First and 10 from the 28-yard line of Grand Forks Central. Go around the I3G Media Network. Give you an update on some scores. At halftime, Valley City was leading Jamestown 20-6. 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Malk in the backfield with Arnstein. Takes a snap, throws it to Kappas on the right side to the 30. Makes one man miss down near the 20-yard line.
Arnstein's pass is complete to Caden Kappas. He's brought down by
33 seconds left in the third quarter. 34-17 lead.
Gain of 7, second down and 3.
Could be the final play of the third quarter. Game clock at 20, play clock at 24. Kappas and Arnstein talking about it on the field as the players on the field throwing up the 4 fingers, signifying the fourth quarter. Wahpeton has done a pretty good job in the fourth quarter at home this season. So, as the clock ticks down, we'll take a quick break, come back with fourth quarter action right here on KBMW, your home for Twin Town Athletics.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Sports fans, Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on this beautiful Friday night in North Dakota. Wahpeton leading right now 34-17. Breckenridge, they beat West Central 45-36. Cowboys played with their food a little bit more than we thought, though. Wahpeton getting ready to break the huddle, come out and run. 2nd and 3 from the Grand Forks 21-yard line, driving into the north end zone. Two receivers to the right, one receiver to the left. Arnstein out of shotgun, Malk to his right. Kappas in the slot position. Takes a snap, runs it up the middle. Going to be close to a first down. As the clock runs, last 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And officials timeout on the play. Looks like there might be an injury. And sometimes that's what you need to do as a defense. When you know the offense is going to try to run the clock, run the ball, sometimes go down, hold an ankle, clock stop for a minute there.
Here comes your Huskies,
third and 2 from the 20-yard line in the Titan Machinery red zone. Arnstein by himself in the backfield, motions Malk in. Arnstein bounces to the left, nowhere to go with it, tackled in the backfield. So 4th and short coming up for Wahpeton from the Grand Forks 22. 11-11 left in the fourth quarter. Kappas Huskies are probably going to go for it here. Eat up the clock, chew up some more time.
7-6-5-9. If you have that ticket, please bring it to the south staircase to the press box.
10:50 left in the fourth quarter. 4th and 4 coming up. Arnstein by himself in the backfield. Trying to convert this 4th down. Malk motioned in the backfield. Keeps it himself. Arnstein runs for the first down. And the chains continue to move. Bo Arnstein, he's knocking on the door to be the leading rusher. I think that Arnstein would be the leading rusher in this game, having a 48-yard scamper earlier and now keeping the ball moving with his, or keeping the chains moving with his legs. 10:30 left in the fourth quarter. Wahpeton leads 34-17. 28-6 lead for Oaks over Lisbon with 1:14 left in the game. 34-6 lead Highliners with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Valley City, a much better team than people were talking about at the beginning of the season. Malk tackled in the backfield for a big loss. 10:03 left in the fourth quarter. Big tackle by Blitzinger and Coots. 2nd and 15 from the 20-yard line. Titan Machinery red zone. your local Case IH dealer in Wahpeton. So Wahpeton from their near hash mark. 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Malk in the backfield to the senior signal caller's left. Takes the snap. Keeps it himself. Arnstein gets to the 20. Rolls down to the 10. Brings down a pile of Knights with him. Down near the 9-yard line. 9:12 left in the fourth quarter. Third and 4 coming up from the Husky 9. So 4 yards to get a first and goal for Wahpeton. Plays calling from the sidelines. Huskies on the near hash mark. Under 9 minutes to play. 9 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Nobody in the backfield with Arnstein. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Langenwalter, the tight end, on the right side of the formation. Arnstein keeps it himself. Makes one defender miss. Brought down hard by another Knight. That was Tyler Whalen, the free safety on the tackle. That's what happens when you're in that red zone. That secondary takes a step up. So 4th down, 3 yards to go. 8:12 left in the fourth quarter. Langenwalter, the slot receiver. Kappas motioned back in to the formation. And a encroachment penalty by the defense, going to give Wahpeton the first down. Costly penalty by the Knights. We'll see what the official call is, but it looked like the defensive ends bought on the hard count. So a penalty on the Knights makes this first and goal from the 3. Under 8 minutes to play in the fourth quarter, 34-17 lead with Wahpeton knocking on the door. Wahpeton trying to break 40 points. I think this will be only the second time this game or this season that they've broken the 40-point. West Fargo Horace was a big win, and I think this is the second time. So hopefully a dominating win for Wahpeton puts them back into playoff contention at 3-3, potentially 4-3. Arnstein hands the ball to Malk, who fights for the extra yards down near the 1-yard line. 7:30 left in the fourth quarter. Second and goal from the 2 coming up. Wahpeton working on the near hash mark. Hunter McCall, the offensive coordinator, giving signs from the sideline. Jackson Cluden, curious to see what Wade Gilbertson talks about when he talks about his defensive end and tight end. Nick Langenwalter taking all of the tight end snaps this evening. 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Malk in the backfield with Arnstein. Motions DeVries back across the formation. Takes the snap. Keeps himself. Runs up the middle. And touchdown by the Huskies. A 3-yard touchdown for Wahpeton. Makes it 40-17. It's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. Bo Arnstein, don't want to jinx the young man, but it looks like he might be the essential health player of the game. 6:48 left in the fourth quarter. 40-17 league. Malk on for the extra point. Arnstein holding. Snap is back. Hold is down. Kick is up. And is good. 41-17 lead. We'll take a quick break and come back with kickoff. You're listening to KBMW, your home for Twin Town Athletics. Wahpeton leads 41-17.
The number of power poles knocked down by farm machinery has increased dramatically over the past 10 years. Since there's not a huge change in who's farming the land, it's possible that auto steering has contributed to the increase. Don't be lulled into complacency before you realize what's happening. You can hit a power pole. Know the location of power lines in fields. To make sure you have adequate clearance as you go about your work, we urge you to give safety the highest priority. This safety message is brought to you by Dakota Valley Electric, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
When you choose a realtor, you want a solid formula to make buying and selling your home as easy as possible. At Miller Realty, the formula is simple: integrity, trust, and most important, experience. Guy, Shelley, Jared, Lisa, and Jamie have put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Welcome back, Andrew Zimmel on the call. Malk kicks off. Deep kick. Rolls into the end zone. So first time that the Huskies kick off deep. So Grand Forks, they trail 41-17. Still a ball game, though. 24-point lead for Wahpeton. We'll take a quick break for legal ID. You're listening to KBMW.
AM 1450 KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton and FM 94.3 K232FH Breckenridge, powered by Vision Ford Lincoln. DriveWithVision.com.
Welcome back, Andrew Zimmel, hanging out with you on KBMW. 6:48 left in the fourth quarter. 3 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Lamore motions running back across the formation, fakes the throw to the right, rolls or left, throws to the right, and broken up by Trayton Malk, the outside linebacker in coverage. Andrew Zimmel hanging out with you. 6:40 left in the fourth quarter. Do we have scores for Class A? Okay. 41-17 lead for Wahpeton. Low snap, Lamore, and bounces off the ground. Lamont was pressured in the backfield. We're trying to get you some game scores for the Class A. Valley City, they're going to beat Jamestown 34-6. There's under 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Yeah, Valley City, a team that coming out hard. 6:34 left in the fourth quarter. 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Lamore motions a running or receiver cross. 3-step drop back, rolls to his right, directs traffic, connects with his wide receiver. It stays in bounds out near the 50-yard line before Caden Kappas makes the push out. Jack Simmers with the catch and run on the 3rd and 10. Caden Kappas on the tackle. 1st and 10 from the 50. 6:23 left. Looks left, throws to Simmers, who steps out of bounds. Lamont and Simmers connecting, trying to work the ball down the field. 6:18 left as Wahpeton rotates their big man out. So Valley City, they are going to cement themselves. That will be Jamestown's 2nd loss of the season. 2nd and 6 coming up from the 46. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Motions a receiver across the formation. Lamore rolls to his left. Looks deep. Throws deep, out of bounds. So 3rd and 6 coming up from the 46. 6:10 left in the fourth quarter. (41-17) lead for Wahpeton. Thank you guys for watching on KBMW News Live, our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit subscribe and little bell so you don't miss another game. And be sure you listen to the Giant Sports Show presented by Giant Seeds, official seeds of the Minnesota Twins. Tomorrow morning, talking to head coach Wade Gilbertson, hopefully after a victory. And the Breckenridge Cowboys got a win this afternoon as well. Lamore fakes right, looks right. He's going to keep it himself, runs up the middle to the 40. Hit hard, brought down by Caden Kappas. Moves the chains. 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. as they're trying to move a little up-tempo. Takes a snap, throws to the left, goes in and out of the hands of the tight end. Trey Coots was the intended receiver. 2nd and 10 from the 38-yard line. 5:53 left in the fourth quarter.
In the press box, we have a lost and found item.
Next week,
That were found on the north end of the stadium.
Wahpeton will be going to Fargo.
If you lost some AirPods, you can come and find them.
Under 6 minutes to play. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Out of shotgun. Takes a snap, 2-step drop back. Looks right, throws right. High fly ball goes to Simmers. He's pushed out of bounds. It looked like Brandon Steffens, who made the interception earlier, got lost in coverage as Steffens was able to get behind the corner. 5:45 left in the fourth quarter. First and goal from the 2. Welcome to the Titan Machinery Red Zone. Knights. Play comes in from the sideline. Three receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Simmers on the right side. Hack in the backfield with Lamont takes the snap, runs the ball up the middle himself, and the senior quarterback is going to do it himself. 41-23 cuts into the lead for the Huskies.
That brings your fourth quarter score to Huskies 41, Knights 23. Extra point coming up next.
Extra point coming up for the Knights. Trips right, 1 receiver to the left. Lamont out of shotgun. 2-point conversion, takes the snap, runs it to the left side, and the quarterback gets it in. Makes it 41-25. And Jamestown, the final, 34-6. Valley City gets the big win. Keep it right here. You're listening to KBMW, your home for Twin Town Athletics. Wahpeton goes to Fargo next week. Takes on Fargo South before hosting Turtle Mountain to end the season. Still a ball game, though, here in Wahpeton. Don't want to look too far ahead. 16-point game, so a 2-score game for Grand Forks. That's very doable for the Knights with 5:40 left. Wahpeton's going to have to play a mix of, now I'm not going to say aggressive on offense, don't want to take any risks, but you do need the chains to continue to move to eat up some clock. But I can tell you somebody that the Wahpeton is setting up for the onside kick. Got the hands team on in the front. I was going to say, though, I can tell you somebody that they're not going to kick to is Trayton Malk, who's hanging out by the 20-yard line. Already ran back an 85-yard kick return this game. Onside, bounces, and Caden Kappas is there on the hands team. Bo Arnstein, correction. Bo Arnstein gets the hands on him. Boy, that guy's everywhere. 5:38 left in the fourth quarter as Arnstein and his troops are going to try to drive down the field, chew up some clock. 1st and 10 from the Husky 46. From the near hash mark, 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Arnstein out of shotgun. Malk in the backfield. Takes a snap. Keeps the ball himself. Runs up the middle. And Arnstein's there to the 40, 35, 30, 20, 10. Before pushed out of bounds. And that was a touchdown-saving tackle by Christian Litzinger because Arnstein was trying to add another one to the board. Scored a 48-yard rushing touchdown earlier. That was almost a 54-yard score down at the 10-yard line. Well, you know, we said you need to chew up some clock, and Wahpeton said, you know, why don't we just score again? Down at the 10. 1st and goal coming up for Wahpeton, 41-25. 6 seconds left on the play clock. Timeout, no, correction. 5:13 left in the fourth quarter. 41-25 lead for Wahpeton. And Wahpeton trying to get an extra 2 seconds on the clock is what the press box is saying. .504 left in the fourth quarter. Looks like Wahpeton was able to get a timeout. No? All right, we'll just keep rolling with it. 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. RC out of shotgun. Takes a snap, and ball's on the ground. Grand Forks Central pointing that they have it, and yeah, they recovered.
That fumble is gobbled up by Zach Kuzia.
Josh Byer, the center, talking to his head coach, saying that we should have been under center. Bad snap, puts the ball on the ground, and Grand Forks recovers. So now they got 90 yards to go down the field. 4:43 left in the fourth, trailing by 16. This is where things get interesting. Two receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Josh Byer, the nose guard, running on the field. Lamont throws it, goes in and out of the hands of his intended receiver. That was Jaden Hankey on the target. But they're calling a penalty on the play. Laundry on the field. 4:37 left in the fourth quarter. 41-25 lead for the Huskies after the turnover. Ineligible receiver downfield for Grand Forks. 41-25 lead, and chops this one back down at the 10, or 15. First and 15 from the 5.
First and 15 for the Knights.
Lamont on the in the end zone, got his heels on the goal line, motions the receiver across the formation. Long run for Simmers to come in the backfield. Takes a snap, fakes left, throws across the middle, down at the 25-yard line. That was Leo Strandel. Grand Forks trying to get on and off the field quickly. And 4:21 left in the fourth quarter. We'll take a quick timeout. Brought to you by Heinkamp Construction. Listening to KBMW, your home for Twin Town Athletics.
Byer Insurance Agency on Highway 13 in Wahpeton are your local agents with local locations. With skyrocketing building prices, are you properly insured? Byer Insurance are licensed insurance advisors serving the Richland, Wilkins, Sargent, Southern Cass, and surrounding counties for 15 plus years. They represent over 15 companies that have been in the insurance industry for over 100 years, serving the area. Our plans are based on yours. Give them a call at 701-642-0955 or stop out. They're located on Highway 13 West in Wahpeton. That's Byer Insurance Agency.
Welcome back, Andrew Civil on the call. You're listening to KBMW, your home for Twin Town Athletics. Want to thank all you guys for watching on KBMW News Live, our YouTube channel as well. Got that one figured out for you guys. 3 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Running back in the backfield with Lamont. 4:26 left. Lamont, low snap, looks left. Pressure coming from the blind side. Throws a toss up. Misses his tight end. Overthrows Trey Coots. So 3rd and 5 coming from the 15-yard line for Grand Forks. And Lamont had a open tight end, just overthrew Coots. Listed at 6'4". Had to be about 8'4". Pull that one down. High ball. 4:18 left in the fourth. 3rd and 5 from the 15 coming up for the Knights. 3 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Running back in the backfield with Lamont. Wahpeton brings 4. Looks right, throws right, gets out of bounds. That's Leo Strandell on the reception. 4:14 left. As the clock stops, chain gang moving down the field. From the Knights' 47-yard line, or 27-yard line. Lamont brings his troops to the line. 3 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Lamont in the backfield, joined by a running back. Takes the snap out of shotgun, looks right, fakes right, throws right, and broken up. Big breakup by the Huskies by Traden Mauk. Mauk has a couple of interceptions on the season already. Broke that pass up, so 2nd and 10 from the 27. 4:08 left in the fourth quarter. 16-point game. So still very doable for Grand Forks. Two receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Wahpeton brings 5. Press, throws it to Simmers outside. He steps out of bounds near the 40. Mack was able to push him out of bounds. 4:01 left. Grand Forks doing a good job of working the sidelines. And if you're Wahpeton, you kind of don't. You want to keep them in the field of play, but it's more of just making form tackles, keeping them out of the end zone. Lamont takes a snap out of shotgun, looks right, throws right, out of bounds. High fly ball over the head of Jack Simmers. 3:56 left in the fourth. 41-25 lead for Wahpeton at home. Two receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Running back in the backfield with Lamont. Takes the snap out of shotgun. Looks right, throws right to Simmers. Steffens is there, breaks it up. And Braden Steffens, he was there to break that play up. Be curious to see what his head coach says. Looks like Steffens fought off the ball instead of trying to pull it down. Might have confused it with 3rd down or 2nd and 3rd down. 3rd and 49 or 3:49 left in the fourth. 3rd and 10 from the 41-yard line of the Knights. 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Running back in the backfield with Lamont. Wahpeton brings 5. Pressured, pushes the quarterback to the left, throws, connects with his tight end down near the 50-yard line. Caden Kappas pulls him down. Cole Barta with the reception. Chain gang moves. 3:39 left in the fourth. 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Lamont throws again to the sidelines, this time to Strandell. And Lamont working his way down the field. 2nd and about 5 coming up for the Knights. 3:31 left in the fourth quarter.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Running back in the backfield with Lamont. Takes a snap, 2-step drop back. Throws across the middle to the tight end. Breaks 2 tackles. Traden Mauk fighting for the ball. brings him down near the 10-yard line. Trey Kuntz with the reception. 1st and 10 from the 11 in the Time Machinery red zone. 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver, 2 receivers to the left. Throws the 50-50 ball in the end zone. Broken up on the far side. Jacob Burnt breaks up the play as the defensive line rotates off for the Huskies. 2nd and 10 from the 11. 3:10 left in the fourth quarter. 41-25 lead for Wahpeton. Grand Forks trying to cut into that. Wahpeton turned the ball over on a mishandled snap at their own 10-yard line. Lamont pulled down near the 7-yard line. The quarterback trying to do it himself. 3 minutes left as clock continues to run. Under 3 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. 16-point lead for Wahpeton. Lamont takes the snap, looks left, throws in the end zone. Broken up again by the far side corner. Jacob Burnt, another defensive play. Looked like Lamont and his wide receiver, Leo Strandell, just a miscommunication there, looking for that backside shoulder. This could be the game. 4th and 6 from the Wahpeton 7-yard line. Play comes in from the sidelines. Grand Forks 2-4 this season, but better than their record. Trying to work their way back into the playoff hunt, secure better seeding. Wahpeton trying to work their way in to get a playoff game. Simmers motions from right to left. Lamont out of shotgun, looks right, rolls to his right. Picked off by Caden Kappas, who's down near the 25-yard line. And penalties on the play. Caden Kappas showing up big in big moments. Play was intended for Jaden Hackey, the running back out of the backfield. And Kappas, the outside linebacker, he jumped that route. Huge play by Kappas, arguably I would say one of his biggest of the season. Grand Forks Central gets the personal foul on the tackle. So Connor Rosenberg talking to that defensive line as he's moving the ball down. The big right tackle, or correction, right guard, I should say. Huskies now could run out the clock. Couple first downs. 41-25 lead for Wahpeton at home. 2:38 left in the fourth quarter from their own 42-yard line. 3 receivers to the right, running back in the backfield with Malk. Now, we said this earlier that Wahpeton just needs to move the ball and collect some first downs, and then Artstein rushed for what almost was a 50-plus yard touchdown. See if that happens again as he runs up the middle and 40 down near the 40-yard line on the other side of the field. Bo Arnstein, live wire, collecting up the first downs. Chain gang moves, 2:31 left. From the Knights' 42-yard line. Play coming in from the sideline. Two receivers to the right, one receiver to the left. Arnstein out of shotgun. Malk to his right. Going to run the play clock down all the way down. Keeps the ball himself, runs to the right side. One gets the blocker and gets out near the 30-yard line. Pushed out of bounds by Grand Forks as the chain gang moves again. Under 2 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Wahpeton leads 41-25. You're listening to KBMW, your home for Twin Town Athletics.
Message to relay to our audience from Wahpeton High School graduate Devin Weichel. He'd like to thank everybody for participating in tonight's fundraiser, buying glow sticks and participating in the
from the far hash mark. Wahpeton in victory formation. Game clock down at 5. Takes a snap, kneels it out. And Bo Arnstein taking a knee. 1:20 left in the fourth quarter. Wahpeton, talk about a comeback performance after last week's dud against Valley City. Now, we were talking about it all week leading up to the Valley City game, saying, Valley City, they're 5-0, they're 4-0, or whatever it was, and they hadn't played anybody. Now they played Wahpeton, took Wahpeton behind the woodshed, and now took down Jamestown. So Valley City is the team to beat in Class 11A. Another kneel down, 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 3rd and long for the Huskies. I think 5 seconds in between the game clock and the play clock. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Play clock down to 20, and Arnstein kneels it out. So both squads lining up near the 50-yard line, wrapping this game up. Don't forget that we have a post-game show for you right here on KBMW. Our post-game show brought to you by Miller Realty, a tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust and service. Final seconds tick off, and that will be it. 41-25 is your final from Wahpeton. We'll take a quick break and come back with your post-game. You're listening to KBMW, your home for Twin Town Athletics.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
The number of power poles knocked down by farm machinery has increased dramatically over the past 10 years. Since there's not a huge change in who's farming the land, it's possible that auto steering has contributed to the increase. Don't be lulled into complacency before you realize what's happening. You can hit a power pole. Know the location of power lines in fields. To make sure you have adequate clearance as you go about your work, we urge you to give safety the highest priority. This safety message is brought to you by Dakota Valley Electric, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
When you choose a realtor, you want a solid formula to make buying and selling your home as easy as possible. At Miller Realty, the formula is simple: integrity, trust, and most important, experience. Guy, Shelley, Jared, Lisa, and Jamie have put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Buyer Insurance Agency on Highway 13 in Wahpeton are your local agents with local locations. With skyrocketing building prices, are you properly insured? Buyer Insurance are licensed insurance advisors serving the Richland, Wilkins, Sargent, Southern Cass, and surrounding counties for 15 plus years. They represent over 15 companies that have been in the insurance industry for over 100 years, serving the area. Our plans are based on yours. Give them a call at 701-642-0955 or stop out. They're located on Highway 13 West in Wahpeton. That's Buyer Insurance Agency.
Walk-in services at Sanford Health Wahpeton Clinic makes it easy for you to safely get the care you need without the wait. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Unexpected health concerns haven't stopped, so we're taking extra safety measures to protect your family. Call to learn more about what Sanford offers in Wahpeton at 642-7000. That's 642-7000. Walk-in services at Sanford Health Wahpeton Clinic. Call to learn more about what Sanford offers in Wahpeton at 642-7000.
Welcome back, Andrew Zimmel on the call with you from Wahpeton as this game final 41-25 win for the Huskies to go to 4-3 on the season, work their way back up the standings. Make sure you listen to the Giant Sports Show tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. where we talk to head coach Wade Gilbertson. So let's talk about that third quarter. Wahpeton kicked off out of bounds, and then it was a weird re-kick. They kicked it from their own 35-yard line. Wahpeton kicks it off. Turnover on downs by Grand Forks. A 15-yard reception from Caden Kappas with 6:20 left in the third quarter made it 34-11 after the extra point. Then a 37-yard run by Simmers made it a 34-17 game with 3:11 left. Traden Malk was able to block the extra point. In the fourth quarter, it was a two-yard run by Bo Arnstein to make it 41-17. A 2-point conversion made it 21-17 after the extra point. Then a fumble recovery, a two-yard run by Lamort, and a 2-point conversion made it 41-25. That was the final time we scored in this. That was the final score of the game. Wahpeton drove the ball down to their own 10. A fumble, though, on a bad snap between the quarterback and the quarterback and the center gave the ball back to the Knights with 4:43 left in the fourth quarter. Then with 2:38 left, Caden Kappas made the play of the game, intercepting the pass to end this one. So your final 41-25. Wahpeton goes to Fargo next week to play Fargo South, which is going to be one of those very important games for Wahpeton, as Fargo South was a team earlier this season that is kind of in that same bracket as Wahpeton. A win against the South team would give Wahpeton an inside track to potentially hosting a playoff game if they get the job done against Turtle Mountain and other things break their way. Right now they're sitting as the 7th seed, but you know how things change in North Dakota. If you don't like the weather, it'll change. If you don't like the standings, just give it a week. Jamestown, they lose big to Valley City, 34-6. That was the other game that we had our eye on tonight, because Wahpeton was really the first challenge for Valley City this season. Jamestown, they got tucked behind the woodshed as well. So Valley City, they're looking like they could be the team to beat in North Dakota. We'll see how the playoffs shake out. Your Essentia Health player of the game goes to Bo Arnstein, who had a great game, making sure he was able to get the ball to all of his different guys, as well as running in for, I want to say, 3 touchdowns on the night for Bo. Two touchdowns for sure running, 1 touchdown throwing, so 3 total touchdowns and no turnovers for the quarterback. Love to see it. For Andrew Zimmel and everybody on the I3G Media Network, as well as our producer, Big Mike, making sure that our stats are good and that we sound pretty, I want to thank you guys. More great country hits coming up after the break right here on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW. Good night, everybody.
Tonight's game between the Wahpeton Huskies